106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
The fun's officially over.
We'll get to that because we did almost lose Drew.
Oh, God. The way he tells this story, Jesus Christ. I had a back and forth with Misty about this, like an email. It's like the way TJ tells it is like, I'm fucking hanging from the side of a mountain. Like, TJ, please help me.
We'll get to that. I figure there will be lots of storytelling in tonight's episode and lots of catching up. We are sorry that we missed last Tuesday, but if you're a patron, you got to see the actual Vegas show like we did from Vegas. So, if you're not a patron, you missed out on that. You definitely probably want to rethink your position on that. Speaking of which, I do owe a few people some stuff like sunglasses and t-shirts and shit like that. I am going to be ordering some and then sending a bunch of stuff out shortly, so please be patient. Also, make sure that, it's a new month. We have 2 new patron-only shows, but make sure that your payment wasn't rejected. We had a few rejected payments. It's kind of up to you to make sure your payment goes through. Otherwise, because I click on process patrons when I send out the links for our shows and shit, and if you've been rejected, you aren't going to get the message. So this is an announcement for both of our benefits. Let's see. We have a shitload of stories to tell, obviously. Guinness? Is that what you're drinking? I got Yingling, bitch. It's the good shit. Oh, yeah, God, that shit looks filling.
It is.
I used to drink Boddingtons all the time. Boddingtons was the shit.
But good, though.
I promised to give out a shitload of prizes. Remember those future Vegas gifts? And so here I am to fulfill my promises.
Oh, hey, I haven't checked part of my bag yet, but do you have both of the disposable cameras?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right. Good. I was hoping I didn't lose it.
No, we're good, man. I stole that shit like the night before after you said it ran out. I was
as soon as I fall asleep, TJ starts digging through my bag.
This looks like it's worth some money. I'll take that.
As long as you're giving away gifts, and I am, the pivotal part of this podcast.
Don't even make yourself look like a piece of shit, because we got something for you, Dark Matter.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm hoping it's one of them intimacy kits.
No, it's not, because those are way too expensive. Actually, it is kind of an intimacy kit. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. It is, but it's the goddamn intimacy kit for Dark Matter, specially customized for you. And we'll get to that. But that'll be the last thing that I hand out. All right. So first of all,
privileged.
He didn't. I didn't owe this guy any future Vegas gifts or anything, but he showed up and he made my stay much more pleasurable with the kind of shit he brought. And he was an awesome guy to hang out with. It was a lot of fun, and I know that he would love this. It's a Hard Rock Hotel Las Vegas patch, and it's a pretty fucking high quality patch. And this is going to go to the Ginger, Paul.
He's not here.
Last year, I know he's not here, but I want him to have this. I saw that vest with all his patches and shit, and I thought of him first and foremost. And he was really fun to have there. So Paul, you're gonna get that patch there. Get that right out of the way. Scope, you were an awesome host. Big props to Scope, and I wanted to give Scope the choice of either a disposable camera or one of the customized Bibles, because we customized all the Bibles from our rooms, and they are awesome. But I wanted Scope to get to choose, and I'll even let you choose. Either you get Drew's disposable or my disposable, because I marked them so we can tell.
My disposable, good shit on mine.
Oh God, yeah.
Totes.
All right, so Scope, you let me know. Think about it. You want one of these customized Bibles, or do you want one of the disposable cameras? Let me know.
Wait, can you show the front and the back of the Bible? I'm trying to remember which one that is.
This one is...
Is that the quad cock?
This is the Unholy Bible.
Okay.
It's the one with all of the... it's like a Skype chat on the inside cover where everybody wrote about me pissing the bed, which we'll get to shortly. And then we have the Holy Fucking Bible with a pentagram on it, and it's got a really wonderful drawing here on the back. It actually says, on the side, it says the goddamn podcast. And
Telling you should have left those in the drawer.
dude, we
spent too much time on them to just leave them there.
The side of this one actually says "Need piss the bed."
That's definitely one you want to leave in a drawer, because they see that and they don't even want to touch the bed.
Oh, Scope says he's lagging right now, but Scope, when you do get this, or I'll get a hold of you, you get to choose basically from a disposable camera or one of the customized Bibles, because we've got enough of this shit to hand out. It's not going to be an issue which one you choose.
Wait, is anybody else having lag issues? Is it just Scope? I'm about to say nobody else is saying they are, so I guess we're all right.
It's looking
just
pretty
curious.
smooth on my end.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scope. Oh, he wants the camera. All right, we'll put that right through. Do you care which one, Scope? Drew or TJ's camera? Because I marked him. I could tell the difference.
He's going to look at one of those cameras that he gets, and it's going to be like pictures of him sleeping in his own private hotel room and shit. We just went downstairs and asked for a fucking key, because that's how that works.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, so anyway, Scope, thank you again for your awesome hospitality. You were number one with that shit.
Totally.
Also, Misty was awesome with the hospitality, and I'm going to give her one of the customized Bibles.
Sweet.
We really do appreciate you guys hooking us up with a place to stay. That's a huge expense, and we appreciate you guys absorbing that. Especially, Jesus, Scope got us 4 rooms for 3 nights. That's a ridiculous amount of hospitality, and we do thank you. Let's see, moving down the list. Angry Pumpkin, I owe you something for a future Vegas gift, and I know that the last pack of playing cards I sent you was not complete, so now I have this brand new sealed Las Vegas deck of cards here for you, sir. So you will get a complete set this time around. Let's see. Fudge, I owe you 2 Vegas gifts. So, this is what I have for Fudge. First of all, it's a boobsy. All right, it's a koozie for your beer with boobs on it that you can squeeze.
So we sitting there like stone, just god damn it.
These fake tits aren't so bad after all.
So that's one, and then your second one. Get it out here. It's a Smile You're Drunk Las Vegas shot glass. So I hope you enjoy those, sir. They should help you get shithoused, whether you're drinking beer or liquor. That was the idea here.
You want to get really clever, you can put the shot glass in the koozie.
It's an easy way to spill your liquor.
If it gets fucked up enough, it'll make sense.
Legion Bunny was also owed something, and so we have these pimp ass Hard Rock Hotel keychains, and it looks it's thick. It's not low quality shit. It's actually pretty pimp. It almost looks like the Avenged Sevenfold shit on there. Anyway, so there you go, Legion Bunny. And let's see, I owe Peachy something as well. I'm going to let Peachy have her choice here. Does she want the patch like Paul got? I have 2 of them. Or does Peachy want the Welcome to Las Vegas classic style koozie? Your choice. Let me know.
That way she can do her morning runs with a beer in her hand.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Or a patch on her like leather vest that I know she has.
I don't even think she drinks anything. She wants the koozie. All right. And bam. Now, last but not least. Oh goodness. And we have more stuff to give out. To like, you know, I didn't buy just that stuff. I have more. Don't worry. Don't get your panties in a twist. I'm giving out more stuff later. But for our special patron, Dark Matter, man, I went out of my way for you, buddy. I got you an intimacy kit that you were gonna love.
Stack of those hooker cards so that I could just pass them out and then get free hookers.
I actually have some of those slipped in randomly to like the Bibles and stuff. So that'll be interesting for people that get those. No, for you, I actually cut off some length of my hair, and I made sure to save it for you, buddy. So it's a bag full of my hair, all right? So you can get looking good, right? And then you want to be clean. So I got you a bar from the Hard Rock Hotel. It's a bar of soap. It's a facial bar. It's almost like facial bars, because you know you're always in the bars. But that way you can get good clean, and then you want to be kind of suave. You got to take the edge off, right? So I got you this pimp-ass Las Vegas flask, right? But there's a catch. I want you to look closely. I don't know if I can get this to focus properly. Can you see what it says?
Well, Nevada?
Nevada. It's a total fucking knockoff fucking flask. But congratulations, because it's all yours, sir. That's your intimacy kit.
Honestly, Dark Matter, that's
hair, a bar of facial bar soap and a knockoff flask.
it being misspelled makes it like that much better.
It's pretty epic.
I'm going
to notice that.
I'm going to hunt down the greatest scientist I can find. I'm going to rent a boat. We're going to go to international waters, and I'm going to clone the living shit out of you. And then I'm going to come to your house with an army of little fucking cockapuses.
Here's the thing. No roots. I didn't pull the hair out. It's just cut, so there's no roots, so there's no DNA in there. Jesus Christ.
Is that how that works? You have to have the root?
I believe it is.
Well, Dark Matter's going to find out, ain't he? Yeah, I wonder how creepy that would have been if he gets like checked by TSA and they open his bag and see like a little fucking Ziploc bag full of fucking hair. They're like, good God.
Good God. Look at what's happened here.
Did Scope ever choose whose camera, or does he not care?
He wanted yours.
I never noticed the answer to that one.
Dark Matter's been quoted in the chat saying an army of little cocks. Beautiful.
So yeah, do you want to get on to some of the finer points of the trip? I'm sure people are anxious to know what exactly happened.
Well, first off, I didn't almost die on a fucking mountain. All right.
Yeah, he did.
Misty said something really funny because remember Misty was pointing like we're hiking this mountain or whatever, and we get up to the very top, and Misty's like showing us like these little fossilized what was it, mollusks or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Yeah, and she was talking about that and everything. And then we walk a little further. You know, she was talking about how like that's only there because of like millions of years of like the planet shifting and all that sort of thing. And then we go walking, and I'll like step a little too close to the edge, and like the rock that I step on just like goes falling down, and I like fall down, and I stand back up, and everybody's freaking out. But she was talking about how it's like it took 5 million years for that rock to reach that elevation, like 5 seconds for Drew to knock it back down to earth.
Was this in California?
Yeah, dude, it was.
Yeah, like on the side
beautiful.
of a mountain with a huge drop off, and there's this like thin trail on the side of the fucking mountain, and there's this rock, and in this one little part where the rocks jut out, and there's a rock that probably 1 million people have stepped on, and it's just stayed there.
Yeah.
Drew put his weight on that bad boy.
I got pictures of this. Hold on.
Down it tumbled.
Not pictures of me falling, but
dude, it was a pretty big rock that he was standing on that went, and I for real, like, I thought he was done for. I was like, oh, shit. I'm going to have to find another fucking co-host. Are you showing pictures now?
I was just going to show one of, like, the mountains and stuff. It was super cool. It was almost like, I don't know, it was like an Americanized version of something out of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I
think you should look at the silver lining behind it. You know, every cloud has a silver lining. Where you see the death of Drew, I see a get out of jail free card. That's just, I'm just saying, look at it from a positive perspective.
I actually have, maybe I can send you a couple of pictures, Drew, because I actually have a couple. You want me to do that? Are you down for that?
How are you going to send them?
Right here on Skype? Oh, is that going to... You can just grab them and put them up on the screen anyway. Here, I've got one. There's one.
Well, because I'm going to have to save them and then pull them up.
They're asking who was on the rock.
That was Misty on the rock. And also, TJ, any of the pictures you send, make sure Neeb's face isn't in them.
I got that.
I have to hear about Neeb getting doxxed. That was a very doxing trip.
It took a lot of fucking editing. This son of a bitch kept popping his face in there for someone that didn't want to have his face around. You know what I mean? Dumb bastard. Hold on. I think there's one more. I wanted.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, there's one.
Oh, let me save all these.
Oh, there's the one I want you to put up. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, we have like the same picture of that. Sorry, it's kind of probably boring for everybody because they can't see what the hell we're showing.
It's okay. It's going to be worth it.
357.
That's in front of the Heart Attack Grill. He would have eaten for free.
Oh, God.
He's built like a tree stump. Guys, it's going to be totally fucking worth it to see these. These are...
Fuck no, I'm not showing that one.
Come on, man.
You bastard.
Come on.
Dude, my
Fighting
shit's-
anorexia since 2005.
Here, hold on, let me get these up. If they even save to the right fucking place. Okay, here's TJ on the beach.
You notice, I'm obviously not 6'6". I've been lying to you guys all along.
I wonder if they actually get it.
Not a big guy. I'm a midget and I've been lying.
I wondered, like in the chat, if they actually get it because what if somebody didn't get it? Okay, Pumpkin gets it.
Yeah, I lost my legs in Nam. Been walking around on my stumps.
Let's see. All right, this is cool. This is the Hoover Dome.
Oh yeah, this picture like gives me vertigo. That's when I was like, I swear to God, if I drop my phone, I'm gonna be so mad. And I hung it out over the edge and took a picture.
And you can see, like, if you look really close, like a lot of that. I don't know. You can't see where I'm pointing, but there's actually cars down there. Like, just to kind of give you some perspective of how fucking far of a drop that is.
Yeah, that is a long, long way down.
And there was something on like the back of a ledge. Godless Lesbian found it.
Is that a goddamn?
It was there was a sticker or something. What was it? Godless Lesbian. Tell us what that sticker said again. Like she thought somebody might have slapped it on there before they
Goodbye
jumped.
tomorrow.
Yeah, like wow, that's fucking dark. Like
It would
somebody
be scarier
probably.
if it was slapped on like 15 feet down, like as they were falling.
Let's see.
What else? What else you got?
TJ at the beach. Which that sounds sexy, doesn't it?
Mm.
Drew at the beach, playing with a stick. That was a fucking pretty ass beach, though.
Look at that poor stick bending.
The stick was bent. I'm not even leaning on it.
He's like, it wasn't meant for this.
But dude, one thing I notice about that beach is how the tides are like very different than the other beaches I go to. Like look at the water line, and like how far back the tide.
It would be easy to get beached, wouldn't it, Drew? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing in that picture? You're like, wait, trying to reach, your relatives.
There you go. That's the back side of the Hoover Dam.
Oh yeah.
And this was yours? I have like the same fucking picture.
Yeah, we were on the same bridge, bro.
I know,
The
but-
view doesn't really change.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's just we happen to take like the same fucking picture. And my dad was actually asking about this. You see like the white lines around on the rocks and stuff?
Yeah.
Is that like shit they put there so they can just kind of eyeball the levels? Like if it gets above that, it's a problem?
I actually think that the water levels are just low.
Yeah, but I understand that. But like, do you see what I mean though?
It's like the high water line.
Yeah, like once it gets to that point, we have a problem.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I don't think that's like painted on there or anything. I think that's just a high water level.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do that, they could just paint like a couple of bars. They wouldn't have to paint it all the way down the entire inside of the fucking valley. It's the real deal.
This is where Misty sabotaged me. And like she had like these little homemade pickles in the fridge, and I was like, "Oh, dude, let's try one of these pickles." I like pick it up and bite into it, and it starts like burning. I look down and like a pepper floats up. She made like these super spicy fucking pickles.
It's the real deal. It's literally a real deal.
Other than that, they were actually really good.
Dude, it was hilarious. He's eating this thing. He's like, he's like, this shit's spicy. I'm like, are you gonna be all right? He's like, yeah. Just wasn't expecting it.
They were like little ass pickles,
Mm.
but they were good though.
Neep knows all about it.
Little ass pickles. See, I have a good shot of that.
They were only
beach.
about a neebit and a half.
This is a good shot of that beach. If it wasn't sideways, you gotta imagine it being like upright.
Just turn your head on the side. There you go.
It's a fucking awesome beach though, man. Like the water was really pretty for like American water.
And for American water,
Yeah, dude. I'm saying because where I live, the only beach we ever get to see is in Galveston, and it's just
like
it's fucking got oil and
shit on it. You can see the islands way off on the horizon there.
Mhm.
Beautiness. Now, show the other one now.
We go into the freaking hotel room and we turn it on, and it's on Pat Robertson.
Yeah, 700 Club, straight up. That's like live on the TV. Yeah, that was.
Lord, I'm feeling that somebody strained their finger, and I'm praying that if you heal them right now, that they come to Jesus.
It might have been Neeb straining his finger trying to get it up Meffer's butthole.
Damn it! Can I fucking rotate these in here? That's basically our view from the hotel. Why?
Nice.
Why
That's rehab down there, like with the palm trees and shit. That club, but it's only open, for a few months out of the year, not during the winter when we were there. Even though it would have been warm enough most of the time. It was beautiful weather the entire trip. It was.
It
awesome.
was. It never rained. It never got cloudy. Nada. Said it looks funnier sideways. It kind of does. This is how Neeb saw it most of the trip.
This
We gotta
is
get-
how Neeb was looking out the window, like, cross-eyed from so much fucking vodka right before he pissed in my bed.
Making all those noises.
I didn't know that the motherfucker had woken up, or not woken up. He just hadn't gone to bed. And like for breakfast, he was like, bacon, eggs, and a double vodka, please. And he like started his day that way. And he was trashed by the time we got a hold of him. And he got so fucking. Well, it's kind of my fault. I gave him like a quarter of his Xanax.
A quarter too much.
I didn't know. I didn't know that he was already that fucking hammered. And I'm just getting my day started. And next thing you know, we're walking down the strip, and there's all kinds of stairs and shit. And Drew and I are having to make sure that one of us is in front and one is behind me because he's like falling down the stairs and shit.
Yeah.
He's like yelling Allah Akbar every fucking where we go.
Well, you ought to tell them just for the beginning of the trip. We meet up at the
God,
airport.
yeah.
We meet up at the airport, and like we're waiting for my bag to get there. TJ's already there, and we wait probably like 15 minutes
Yeah,
for
nothing-
Neeb, and
nothing
we're like,
major.
yeah, we're trying to figure out like where the fuck is this guy. But then we realize like I actually don't really know what the hell this dude looks like. So
Yeah.
we're like, well, like surely he'll like recognize us, right? And then he shows up wearing this like custom made goddamn podcast shirt. He's got goddamn podcast in the regular logo, and then right underneath that in white it says a head of security.
Chief of Faggotry,
Yeah,
West Coast Tour 2016, which
he
said
fucked up on.
the lady had to fix for him because he said 2015 because he's Canadian and stupid. Also, a fun part of that is when I was like, "What? Who the fuck are we looking for?" Drew pulls up a South Park Canadian, the Prime Minister, the South Park version, and he's like, "That's the guy. That's who we're looking for."
How do you know that you didn't, just see some other person with a goddamn podcast chief of faggots shirt?
What if we never met Neeb?
Yeah.
He was just like some crazy Canuck.
Neeb was like, "Hey, where the hell were you guys? I was at the airport."
They're saying they're having lag issues.
Well, try refreshing, I guess, because it's coming through pretty clear for me.
Yeah, the server cap shit we can't do anything about. That's entirely
It's
wrong.
coming through clear on my end. So
okay.
And I have shitty internet, so if it's coming through for me, it's probably just your immediate connection with Vaughn.
See, Peachy's telling the story when they came down to meet her. Yes, we get the text because not everybody shows up at the same time, right? So we go downstairs every time where somebody's showing up, and we hear Michelle is down there. So we go walking, but at this point we had already met 3 people that we don't know what most of these people look like. So we're just kind of walking around with sunglasses on everywhere we go. And we walk down there and we see some people in the lobby and stuff, but we just kind of keep walking because we were just pretty much waiting for anybody to notice us. And she's on her phone, she's texting or whatever. And I see her just kind of look up and stuff as we go walking by. Then she smiles. I was like, oh yeah, that has to be her because nobody else has smiled at us the entire time we were there. Yeah,
Except
fucking
Neeb giving us those bedroom eyes.
Yeah,
sex eyes.
and that mustache.
It smells like shit, I heard.
He's like, oh my god, I gotta shave this mustache. I keep licking it and it tastes like shit.
We were calling him Neebulum Free.
Yeah. TJ gave him those. What are those? The sunglasses that'll turn dark or whatever in the sunlight.
Yeah,
we gave him those, but we were inside, so they never turned dark. If you'd have had a big pair of headphones, dude, it'd have been spot on. He immediately shaved his mustache after that. We were all doing the voices and shit because he had this white hat that said Jesus Saves.
Jesus Inside.
Yeah, the Dell thing. Yeah.
Logo.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. That was the day that he was passed out by the time Michelle showed up because we'd already walked the strip. He had already told some black guy that asked where are you from, and Neeb was like, Kenya.
Yeah.
The guy was like, really, what part? Neeb's just acting a fucking fool everywhere he went.
Yeah,
basically.
saying I'm from Kenya. Fuck those Nigerians.
So, when we were eating, fuck those Nigerians. When we were eating some White Castle on the strip, this guy comes up. He's like, "You want to hear a funny joke?" And Neeb's just like, "That's racist." I'm like, "Oh god damn, it was too much." And then after he totally Superman spilled on the gravel, all right, fucked up his knee and his hand. He got up after he's just walking off the sidewalk to the side and trips and fucking eats shit in the gravel and is bleeding. And he looks at us and he goes, "Are you happy now?"
Yeah, he's like, "God damn it, my hands are all bloody. I hope you guys are happy now." Because we're walking on this it's some average 4 foot wide sidewalk. And there's 4 of us walking, and Neeb's trying to walk right next to me and TJ, but he's off in the gravel or when it turns to bushes and shit, and he's just hopping over these fucking bushes and everything while we're walking. We're walking straight down like a perfectly fine sidewalk, and he's over there stepping through the middle of bushes and shit with his goddamn hiking boots.
That he later got pissed all over because when we got back, he kept ordering these fucking. We went to lunch. We met up with Scope, and we went to lunch at this Chinese place where Neeb immediately started saying words like chink and what else? Gook.
Yeah.
And he was hitting on the freaking server.
Wait.
He's like, "Oh, you got nice pecs. How old are you?" And this is a guy.
Dude, he does wait. Are you Thai or Filipino? And whatever the guy says, he's like, "Oh, that's gay."
And it was, all of us were having these looks at each other like, "Oh my goodness!" And he ordered a vodka double again, and he took one sip out of it, and before the fucking guy had left, he ordered another one, and we're like, "Oh Jesus, it's gonna go downhill quick."
Yeah.
And very soon after that highly embarrassing lunch, in which we had to tip the server a lot, We took Neeb upstairs. I made him drink some whiskey because I knew it would put him over the edge, and I like basically threw him into my bed so he could sleep it off. And we were listening to music, and basically in between songs we would stop and listen to see if we could still hear him snoring. And eventually we just heard this and then he's like kind of like talking to himself, and we fucking look, he's fallen out of the bed directly on his fucking head. And his like, as they try and help him up, they're like, dude, he pissed his pants. And then we noticed he's pissed himself while in the bed, in my bed.
And it wasn't just like, oh, he just kind of pissed himself. Dude, that was a lot of piss. That was a lot, man. I cannot believe.
That was a lot of vodka doubles, bro.
Yeah. And GL was saying, like, I like how the last night he was trying to get doubles for everyone. He was doing that the entire trip.
Entire time.
When we were at the Asian kitchen, every time a waiter would walk by, or shit, sometimes they wouldn't even walk by, and he would just like holler at him, hey!
Yeah, holler at him, vodka double! God damn it. And then, so after that, he like kind of gets up and he takes himself into the fucking bathroom, and we don't hear from him for a bit, so I'm knocking on the door. Nothing. Knock some more. Nothing. Knock, knock, knock. Finally, he's like, what? I'm like, I'm trying to make sure you're okay. And he's like, I'm pooping. So I was like, okay. So I left him be. Like, what was it, 25, 30 minutes later, he finally stumbles out and goes back to his own room to pass out. And we go in the bathroom, and it's just wet toilet paper all over the floor. And his shoes are still in there. And he had left his phone because he kept like stumbling around, so we had taken his phone off. It's like hip holsters, and we didn't want him to like smash it. But he had left without his shoes or his fucking phone or anything, and went and passed out for the whole rest of the day, while we went and like found Michelle and you know, made our plans for what we were actually going to do for the rest of the day. He's passed out cold,
yeah,
and had to deal without his piss-soaked shoes.
They got kicked out of
the next
bar.
day.
He got kicked out of the restaurant, out of the casino and shit because
he was
in
have
there
shoes?
shoes.
He's like, no.
In his defense, though, when he's saying that's the only time that he's ever like he's pissed himself, I guess, in his adult life or whatever. To be fair, it's not like this guy pisses himself all the time or something. He was just that.
Not that we know of.
Yeah, I mean, he might have pissed the bed every fucking night there. He had his own room, so we don't know.
Jesus.
But yeah, he had drank a lot, and it was a lot of liquor. So
all day, and that Xanax probably really didn't help, because a quarter for someone who's not used to it, it basically multiplies the effects.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he was upright, to be quite honest. Well, he wasn't always upright. He was falling downstairs. We thought we lost him over the edge one time. Like Drew and I both had these, like, you could see through the glasses our terrified expressions as we thought, like, he's going over the edge. This is it. He's going to break his neck, and we're going to have a great rest of the trip. But no, it didn't happen.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. And California was... Dark Matter, have you ever been to California? I'm sure you have.
A long time ago.
At least where we went was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like TJ was saying, man, the weather was just perfect the entire time.
The driving was ridiculous. Your ears are constantly popping because of the elevation changes and driving up the side. I saw Drew white knuckling it a couple of times because I was driving this like brand new Volvo, really. Yeah. And I was kind of going fast on these tight mountain.
Well, I mean, I get car sick really easy. I have like motion sickness.
I see him like do that, like taking a deep breath. I'm like, okay, man, I'm sorry, I'll slow it down. But even then, people are like right up my ass. That like locals that have driven this road 1,000 times.
They go like 80 miles an hour, like doing this shit up a fucking mountainside. And
the Highway 1 or.
Well, I thought that was it 15?
The Highway 1 is like the westernmost road.
Oh yeah, we did that to get to whatever beach we went to, but we took
Santa Barbara
fucking road to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was all really cool. I agree with TJ though. The ear popping thing. I'm glad to be home just for that.
Yeah,
because that shit gets old.
We live in flat fucking places, and when you're doing that up and down shit, it was bad enough on the plane, right? But that you can just deal with. But when you're just driving, normal driving, and this is the entire fucking drive from like Vegas to LA, you're changing elevation so much. It could be just like a small, short drive, and you can see the elevation changes the huge, and once you go like that 20 feet or whatever up and down, my ears just need to pop, and it was like over and over and over. It was fucking kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
it's like the volume on the radio just keeps going up because our fucking ears are popping and shit. Like by the time they go back down, it's like, God damn, this shit is way too fucking loud.
yeah, it was fun, and we had things like Neebs like, I need socks.
Like, dude, this binge.
We're not even anywhere close. We'll get you some socks. No, man. First thing on the agenda is I need socks. Oh, okay. Jesus. And then when we did find socks, he bought, Jesus, what was it? Like
packs.
A dozen?
It was like a dozen
pair?
socks.
Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not like he couldn't have bought just one pack. He had to buy 2 packs of them.
Yeah, there's 6 pairs in each pack, and I'm like, dude, surely we're only here for like 2 more days. So like one.
Well, he did at least piss soak 1 pair, and let's just assume that he threw them away, just like he did the jeans.
Probably.
He
not.
says he packed the jeans into Paul's luggage or his motorcycle shit. But I doubt that.
You talking about the piss jeans?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to want spare piss socks.
Yeah. Well, they're Paul's problem now. But yeah, meeting Paul was really cool. Paul showed up, rode his bike.
Steve is in the chat. He says, "I field dressed my socks, but yeah, I have them. They're in a bag still." Jesus Christ, they're going to be collecting all kinds of cultures very soon.
Dude, you got to just throw them away.
For real.
That's too long to have piss socks in a bag, dude. It's been over a week since you pissed those things.
They're marinating.
See, I did this one.
Cultures.
I did this one in
cultures.
You know what I mean?
In just a couple of minutes.
Those are some cultures I do not want to appropriate. Let me tell you.
Bacterial cultures.
Let's see. This is for Neeb. This is the ongoing joke we had about TJ.
Because I'm money conscious, I went to school and studied finance and shit like that. And so
God.
I'm aware of money. So I bothered to see how much like the rental agency would charge per gallon of gas.
Yeah, and it's all legit shit. It was just funny watching him do
so
it.
It was like $8 a gallon. Holy fuck! And I mentioned it like that's ridiculous. It turned out that I am glad I knew that because we were running so late on our return flights that they were they were putting my name over the intercom like last call when I got through the TSA. And like I had to sprint to my fucking flight.
Oh,
Drew
did you?
missed his check-in by fucking 3 minutes.
Did you get a call? Did you sprint for it? Did you? Huh?
Yeah. Drew didn't even get to check in.
No, I ran over.
So the point of the story, Drew, is that we did end up having to pay, or I had to pay for some of that $8 a gallon gas because we didn't top it off after the long drive.
But dude, that
LA.
drive took us a hell of a lot longer than I thought it was going to.
It was ridiculous, and Neeb and I both had to pee. Me more than him, I'm assuming. And we did pull over and piss in a suburb, and I was downhill. It was like a steep hill. And I was downhill, and Neeb's pissing, and it's just like running towards me, and I had to
So they're watching TJ's back, and he's like hopping over like this piss that is just streaming down the LA sidewalk.
I was like sitting in the car pissing in front of someone's house. This is like. We're just like, fuck it, right here. I can't hold it anymore.
There's like a lady walking her dog and like people walking down the street. We're just like, goddamn.
Because I got to piss like a racehorse right now.
I do too.
Got like 18 minutes until break.
I chugged that fucking Guinness.
My wife just asked me a question, so I had my headphones off and then I put them back on, and there's yet another Neeb piss story. How much piss comes out of this guy? What the fuck?
That little beast is a machine, man.
Good Lord. Is there a story about Neeb peeing in a toilet? Because that at this point becomes the rarity.
We wouldn't have had that because our toilet was like our beer cooler.
I did when we did stop to piss at this little gas station on the drive to California, just to pick up some snacks, and he picked up a bottle of MD 2020. But when I peed, I knew Neeb was next, so I didn't flush. And he looked at it and he's like, "Dude, it looks radioactive." Because I was so dehydrated.
Yes, dude. It took me days after the trip to start pissing normal because it was just nothing but beer and wine.
We turned our bathtub into a cooler. We basically put all the beer and liquor and everything in there, and then went and got buckets and trash cans full of fucking ice and dumped it over. And we just
several times.
That was our giant cooler.
And you know one thing? We did not get a picture of that, did we?
No, I don't think we did. But
Of
I mean,
all- it might be on-
It was a big ass tub, and we filled it with fucking beer and liquor and monsters and whatever the fuck else we felt like drinking.
And it was awesome.
It was
Like,
fun, man.
we started out in the sinks, and then like more people came, and just more beer started flowing in. So we're like, yeah, man, let's.
We told Neeb that if he got as shithouse as he did on the first day, we would put him in that ice tub.
Yeah,
Hope
and,
he
and
wouldn't
then
piss all over the beers.
and then we would have a knee pissing in the bathtub story.
Jesus, you know, he did have awesome recovery after that, though.
Yeah, he did.
He, you know, a lot of people could have felt overly embarrassed, but Neeb has no sense of shame and just rebounded beautifully.
No
And
sense of shame.
He basically, you know, kept it interesting for the entire trip. Although I have to admit, like 5.5 hours into our like 8.5 hour fucking drive, which took forever. Yeah, he started getting on my nerves, just a little bit. But I mean, Jesus, when we did stop to get him socks, he reaches in his pocket for money and he pulls out a fucking totally melted Hershey's bar. That's the kind of state this man was in. He had bought like 5 king size Hershey bars because he was so shithoused, and like had them stacked in all his pockets. When he did fall down, by the way, he had Budweisers in his pockets and he busted. They were like spraying all in his
Yeah,
pants.
dude, because I'm walking down this strip like right behind him at certain times, and it's like I'm just kind of looking down at my arms like, dude, is it fucking sprinkling? I'm like trying to figure out what the hell the deal is, but it just reeks of like
The
shitty
dill.
canned beer.
Jesus Christ.
What is the dill, Drew?
Oh God,
Oh God, dude.
So it's
He
just
was-
like-
he was a total fucking handful.
yeah, it like never shut up the entire time that he was,
It was
especially when he was fucked
nonstop.
up.
Eventually, everything that came out of your mouth, you realized could be taken as a sexual innuendo, and you just kind of looked at Neeb and waited for it.
But honestly, they were almost basically they were all like good and fitting. He'll probably
Yeah,
make one out
I
of
would
that.
give him like a 20% batting average. Like 20% of them were legitimately funny. The other half, like half of them, were just funny because you were expecting it, because he's so nonstop with it. And then the remaining percentage was just a buildup of annoyance. And but you know, he's Canadian. You got to let him slip with some of that. Got to give him a little bit of a. You got to curve the grade. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I never really found him annoying. The only time that it
The
started
drive.
like
I think the drive was when I like because first of all I drove the entire fucking thing, and that made it like I was already like tired of driving badly. Even in that nice car, it was fucking frustrating to do that long ass drive.
he said, "Eat a bag of dicks, DJ." Oh, that is great. No, he never annoyed me. It's when we first got to the hotel in California. When we first got there and it was already dark and we were tired, and we really didn't know how Misty was going to handle Neeb like in person, because there's no blocking, there's no muting, there's none of that. And this son of a bitch is like, dude, he has 2 speeds. I said this about him. It is full fucking blast or incapacitated.
Like yeah, sleeping.
Yeah, either he
Yeah.
sleeps or he passes out, or it's full fucking blast. We're like, Jesus, like, you know, Misty's so like laid back and
Yeah,
nice.
and then not only
easygoing.
that, we find out that this place we're going has like a 9:30 like quiet. You have to be quiet after 9:30 at night, and we're like, oh, we are fucked.
Oh, God.
We got a noise
It's
complaint at 3.
California.
Yeah, we got a noise complaint at 3 in the morning in Vegas because we were like erupting in laughter and shit, telling these stories, and so we were like, oh, we're fucked. And turns out Neeb went to bed at like 8:30 that night. Just didn't make a peep. It was beautiful. No, he had a great recovery, and I did enjoy it fully. There's he definitely made it interesting. I think it would have been probably a lot more chill if it had just been Drew and I, but it was fun and interesting having Neeb, and we'll definitely love to have you whatever our next get together is.
Yeah, I think we don't have any plans for it, but I know I would like to go back to California. We told
Yeah,
Missy
I
we would bring the
I'm
girls.
thinking Reason Rally is going to be the closest thing that we
Yeah.
actually go do.
Yeah, what were we doing? Just like a few days up there?
I'm only doing 2.
Yeah,
that's all
that's
I can
about-
really afford. It's a 4-day thing. I think there's 2 main days. Just do that.
Well, I still have vacation time and shit, but it's like, man, that's got to last me a while. I don't know if I want to use a bunch on that, but if it's a couple of days, I don't have to use any.
Just try and switch your schedule around. Request 2 days off. Don't
Yeah,
use
that's what
vacation
I'm
time.
saying.
Just be like, hey, can you switch this around? Get me 2 damn days, and then we'll. The flights are are cheap, and if anyone here is making the drive, I'll just ride with them. Fuck it. It's really not that bad of a drive.
Yeah. I'll probably fly.
Yeah, flying would be a lot easier.
I'll fly Frontier.
Oh, Jesus.
It'd be like holding my knees in the seat.
Dude, how do you think I fucking felt, too? I mean, like, the person in front of me must have felt my knees in their back and just decided, I'm not even going to try and lean back or anything. I'm just going to, like, let this big guy have it. The two little Asian ladies I was flying next to, I had the window seat. And like halfway through the flight, they're like, "Do you want the aisle seat?" I'm like, "Yes, please." And even the little lady that took switched me for that seat, she's sitting in the window seat. She's like, "Jesus, it's cramped over here. I don't even know how you did it." It was so cramped you couldn't put your laptop in your lap and see it. You had to like put it on your stomach.
Yeah.
Lay it down that way.
And the tray tables. Didn't you say something before we left about the tray tables?
The tray tables, you cannot, like, it fits a cell phone. It's a joke, like, that you could actually put anything on there and have it stay, like a drink even.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can you imagine being on a plane and seeing Drew and TJ coming? You're the only one sitting there. You got two seats next to you.
They were both on each side.
Yeah, and then you see Drew and TJ coming down the aisle. That's like the worst fucking nightmare. It's like, oh.
And we're both
kids.
Yeah.
Drew or TJ or kids.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get the armrest.
Yeah.
You sit next to me, Drew or TJ. I'll tell you that.
With TJ, you're not going to get the armrest. With Drew, you're not going to get the other half of your seat.
Oh,
shit.
Jesus Christ. I'll tell you one thing, though.
Seatbelt extenders did you need, Drew?
Do what?
Seatbelt extenders.
I didn't need any, and I fit in my seat just fine, thank you. But
okay,
who was it? Was it you?
Go ahead and put up that
was
last
it you?
picture that I sent you?
No. Was
Why
it
not,
you,
man?
or was it Neeb that was talking about the lady needing 3 extenders? One of you was talking about a lady on a plane needing 3 extenders.
I think it was Sneeb. It wasn't me.
Jesus.
Hold on, I want to see if I can do this properly.
Beautiful.
That is a man. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Jesus.
He would have eaten free, by the way. Drew,
I would not have once we got there. I was like, no.
Dude, I'm sorry, but you don't come off as like out of shape. This motherfucker hiked a goddamn mountain with me. You know what I mean? Like it, and
No,
I was huffing and puffing too.
Granted,
like,
we had to take some stops. Misty was like
yeah.
flying up that fucking thing.
It was a mountain, bruh. And we're not mountain climbers. We don't do this shit on a daily basis. But I wouldn't call you out of shape. You're just a big boy, man. I can't imagine you skinny.
I was running today at the gym, and yeah, I'm out of shape.
It's okay, man.
But I power walk the rest. Yeah, smoking was a horrible idea. If I could go back and tell myself, just like, dude.
Yeah, don't
fuck with that.
Jesus.
So I think I'm pretty much done with that.
I find that because I lit a cigarette during this hike. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I must have taken 2 drags and just the rest of it just kind of burned in my hand.
Dude, when I'm doing shit like that, if I'm like jogging or after a workout or anything like that, dude, I will like throw up at the smell of a burning cigarette.
I can.
Yeah, TJ's fucking walking the mountain.
I'm a badass. That like I smoke strong cigarettes, and that I'm just like getting high before doing everything, and that I'm like constantly got a drink in my hand. We already established that.
Like,
how high up did you guys go that mountain?
It was well over 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I asked Misty, and she said, "Well, that was before we were even at the top." She was like, "Well, we're well over 1,000 feet here." So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't like horrible. I can see why like everybody in that town was like skinny
and we did
in
it
good
in
shape.
DC skate shoes. Drew and I both.
Yeah, at first mine were untied, and I was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to tie these bitches up."
It was
like,
it was a serious like it was not child's play. It was not like advanced grade or anything like that. But it wasn't a child's play. But it did have beautiful views, really beautiful views.
Especially, I don't know about
mountain views you're seeing.
I don't know about TJ, but I've never even been on a fucking mountain, let alone like hiked one.
Yeah, I have. I learned to like drive a stick in mountains in New Zealand. I got to do a lot of cool shit growing up. All
right, what we ought to do? I really have to pee.
Yes, so I've been holding it for about half an hour.
We'll go ahead and take a break, and we do have content for tonight. We're not just going to ramble about bullshit. We have a lot of content.
we figured we wanted to get a bunch of the main stories out of the way, and then we'll bring the others up as it pertains and as it comes up. But yeah, we do have like the fun bit going on. It's Super Tuesday, so we'll probably check in on that, talk about that a little bit.
It's pretty much over.
Yeah, well, we can talk about it, I guess, if you have the results handy. And then we'll get into some of our classic shit, so stay tuned.
Yep.
And just think, if Neeb were a host, we wouldn't need bathroom breaks.
He would just piss, like just sitting there, and you could just hear it like running down his leg.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You fucking pissed in my bed.
No,
all right,
I'm really sorry.
So we'll be back. We have break material. We have enough shit for the next couple hours, so stay tuned.
Enjoy.
Oh, there we go. Sugar diabetes.
That is indeed a tasty beverage.
Sugary dog shit. That's my favorite.
A fucking chunk just flew out of my microphone and hit me in the face from TJ's fucking burp.
Beautimus. All right. God, that looks so. I'm starting to see the reason 357 is a reality.
Oh, it's so worth it.
357 Magnum.
I had to get a shirt that just says Magnum.
Can you do Magnum though?
What do you mean?
Like
The face, the Zoolander face.
I thought that was Blue Steel.
Well, he
they're
has
all
Magnum too.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
That's like the whole. Jesus. Anyways, are we gonna do the thing that you do after breaks? I don't want to. I don't.
Man.
No, I
think
didn't.
I should.
I didn't call him on anything.
All right. Well, in that case, let's do. I have a second. Here's what we're gonna give away. It's it's one more of these awesome Hard Rock Hotel keychains. It's actually like thick and high quality. It's badass. You're gonna get one of the room keys to the actual Hard Rock Las Vegas that we used, and you're
Don't
gonna
you get fined for not turning that in?
Well, apparently we asked. Apparently they were just like, no, we get new ones.
Huh.
No biggie. And then last but not least, you're gonna get a Hard Rock Las Vegas guitar pick. So those 3 items are going to the first person who can put a link to our Patreon and our website together in the chat. And that's and you have to be a patron to win this stuff. If you're not a patron, you might want to look into that when they post these links up. And of course, we want everyone to check out our website as well.
Not the Patreon, not the Facebook, not the Twitter, the actual goddamn website. Pumpkin?
Monkey Fudge just copy pasted the whole fucking internet.
No, AP hasn't won yet because that's not a valid link.
It's got to be clickable.
Aldrich.
Gotta be both of them.
Aldrich.
That's the idea here. The Patreon link and the website
It has
link.
to be in the same comment?
Yeah.
Jesus. Pumpkin, buy a fucking hair. Jesus.
Damn, that was close. All right, well, it's a good thing this shit is small, because sending shit to Pumpkin costs an arm and a goddamn leg. Congratulations, Pumpkin.
Congrats, bruh.
You win.
By the way, have you guys seen the Deadpool movie yet?
I have not. And
Yes,
so
I saw it.
Spoilers, please. I'm actually probably going to go watch it tomorrow with the girlfriend.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Just Dark Matter, 1 to 10. What would you give it? For the kind of movie it is. I know it's not like some epic tale.
I liked it. I'd say 8.
Yeah, I'd put it somewhere around there. I enjoyed it, especially not really knowing shit about Deadpool.
I love Deadpool, so I have a feeling I'm going to...
Oh, you'll love it then.
If you like Deadpool and you like Ryan Reynolds, then that movie's for you.
It's a winner. It's a wiener. God damn, giving away a lot of shit here. That's how we do. Still have more. No worries. Oh, Dark Matter, I hope you enjoy your Las Vegas Mavada flask.
Because you all know what a big drinker I am.
Yeah. I expect you to put an umbrella drink in there.
Well, look, you see, this is what
Dark Matter drinks the kind of shit that we just watched Stone Cold like shit on.
like the little birthday vodka.
I don't drink that stuff. It's just that I never really drank alcohol at all until I met my wife. So when we got together, no, that's not bad. It's
the
just
wife,
when we would
wife
go
drove
out,
you to drinking, did she?
And
did you just say you have to put on the beer goggles before you mess with the? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sigh.
I'm saying that when we first met, she drank, but I didn't. But because I wanted to get with her, I would, drink with her, and I would just have whatever she was having because I didn't know jack shit about alcohol, and she got the chick drinks.
I can see like Dark Matter. Dark Matter seems like a muscular dude. He's like, I'll have a fuzzy navel, thank you.
Make sure there's an umbrella in that, please.
If I was at the hotel in California with you, I would have got a pink champagne on ice.
Oh, yeah, we actually did.
So you guys are not ones to talk then, are you?
I mean, dude, it's a hotel in California, and apparently at the hotel we were at, you could check out any time you want, but you could never leave.
But we left anyways.
Yeah, we broke the rules.
Wait. So yeah, TJ and Misty. I don't know about Neeb, but TJ and Misty pretty much drank that bottle of champagne because I tried it and no.
No, Data Laura in the chat says, "Why is a fuzzy nasal a chick drink? Why has it got to be a fuzzy nasal when you're talking about me?"
Yeah,
huh?
It's funny because you don't have any fuzz.
Oh, there's plenty of fuzz in my nasal.
That's the only place it is. That was one thing I did notice about Vegas. Very unbald city that was.
Yeah, it's Sin City. Sinful people have hair. Unless you're an angel like Dark Matter over here.
No, Nevada would burn the shit out of my scalp. That's why.
Probably. Did you see the comment I left on your latest video, Dark Matter?
Yeah, I replied to it.
Yeah? Can you repeat it for me?
God.
Do you remember what it said?
Do I remember what your comment is?
Yeah.
That I'm jealous because I don't have any hair that I can color all brightly different color dyes in my hair, whatever.
Then it said what? It said hair triggered.
Hair triggered, yeah. And I said I do have plenty of colored hair. It's just none of it's on my head.
So what we're working on now is a rainbow merkin for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's going to explain all this shit to his wife. That's the best part about getting in this shit.
What did they do with your merkin now? Your pubic wig is all kinds of colors. Why? Well, you see, I made this video. Wait, let me do that. Well, you see, I made this video in which I made fun of the SJWs. Oh! We've got a perfect. This is.
Oh, that! I wonder if that girl a popcorn see and say, "Kick out!" Alright, let's not laugh at this. Obviously, something not right. Who are your daddy? Bigfoot?
Those are not real feet, are they?
I don't know. This
is
picture.
That what you came away from? I honestly thought this was like a Dark Matter impression.
Yeah,
that's it started off Russian and it ended up like this.
Surely you can't only wear slippers or go barefoot. If you're a girl and you want to break up and she kick you out of the house, she'll kick you more than the doorstep. She'll kick you to a different country.
There you go.
Jesus Christ, you can barely understand that shit. Talk about Jive. Remember Jive? Like from Airplane?
Yeah.
Like this is on a whole nother level. I could barely take away that he was saying like if she kicks you out, she doesn't just kick you to the doorstep. She kicks you to another country because her feet are big. Get it? But Jesus, I could barely take that away. That's almost like when Australians get into it now, like, oh, they can't all be poofters, but they got no Sheilas in their boozers. You're like, what? Huh? You can barely take away what they're trying to say, even though it's said in the same fucking language. Just the slang is so heavy.
Oh, and that's another thing I just happened to think of. Dark Matter. TJ did not tell either of the jokes that he is notorious for telling on the podcast.
Yeah.
And we actually had like a little side bet of if TJ was going to bring them up.
And you told me that you expected it, so I didn't make it happen.
I told everybody in private to avoid any conversations that involve Barbara Walters or Twitter or Dark Matter's pockets, like anything.
Like, that is... I don't even know what he say. You know, say she have 2 foot long subway. Imagine that though. Foot on shoulder, not on my shoulder. All when you go scuba diving, you already have your flipper. Or your foot look like a cricket bat. I get
Foot look like a cricket
Your
bat.
foot look like I'm a cricket bat. Boy, Lord of mercy. Right near the beach.
So there you go, Dark Matter.
Jesus Christ. Of course, I'm Jamaican. Why else would I be wearing this hat?
Right near the beach, boy.
Boy, Lord of mercy.
Let's see what love is.
Hey, babe. You're forgetting something up here?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
This is why Miss Dark Matter doesn't take him out anymore.
She's no sweet.
Yeah. We're definitely getting a copyright for that shit.
Yeah. That song has like pop
Probably worth
bullshit
it.
written all over it. I guess guys really are creepy in like their own way,
Yeah.
you know?
Hey, I can't help it. I'm an ass man.
Yeah, well, dude, that's ridiculous. That's very nice. See that guy's face is exactly what all of us are thinking. It's like he's about to make that noise, like ooh, ooh. Jesus, that's what love is. This
Indeed,
is
it's what it's all based on. Okay, so this is a throwback. We covered this video, and now it's with the caption, "When your girlfriend sees your penis for the first time."
Oh my god! Oh my god, I see it! I see it! It's right next to me! Ah! Look at that! Look at it! I'm gonna touch it! I'm gonna... Oh my god, it's huge!
It's just a fucking manatee, right?
yeah.
But in
Do you remember the original?
of a girlfriend seeing a boyfriend's dick for the first time? It's fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm gonna touch it. Oh, it's huge.
Let's see.
Oh, god damn. Manatees, by the way, are making a comeback now. I don't think they're on the endangered species anymore list anymore, are they, Dark Matter? I think that was recently on the news that they were making a strong comeback here in Florida.
That's good.
I didn't hear that, but good. I've seen a lot of them around.
I saw a manatee one time with so many propeller scars up his fucking back. It was so sad. Like
Aren't they-
a lot of them have like one or whatever, but this guy had like divots missing out of him. It was amazing that he was still kicking.
But I mean, where y'all live, those things are everywhere, right?
Yeah, well, they're not around where we live. Yeah, because it's Central Florida. This is like where it happens for manatees or sea cows or dugongs or whatever the fuck else
Dugongs.
people call them.
I've never actually seen one without scars.
Yeah, I mean that's why we have like no wake zones and shit like that. But yeah, they get cut up by the propellers because they're right underneath the surface most of the time, and people smack them with their props, and it can do a lot of damage, even though they have like fatty, a fatty blubbery layer.
Interesting thing about manatees is they have no defense mechanisms and no natural predators attack them. They have no predators.
That has to be just because of where they live.
I don't know. It's because they're huge. There's plenty of predators here.
Yeah, there's you never see an alligator versus a manatee, even though they can live in the same water.
Well, we're gonna do a thug life,
Oh shit!
and we'll probably get a copyright for this too.
For once in that dog's life, he had the power to intimidate everybody.
Dude, he almost nailed that dude.
The rope wiener.
Ew. Let's do another Thug Life. Fuck it.
Uh-oh. Thug life it up.
Oh, bullshit. There is no fucking way. Dude, that would be the coolest fucking thing to see. Just be stoned sitting on your couch, you know, like watching this fucking parrot roll a joint.
Well, my niggas who be acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Jesus.
Man, this one's going to have all kinds of copyright.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just going to have to deal with
There's
it.
going to be like 17 different fucking companies sharing the fucking ad revenue for something that doesn't get like even 2,000 views.
It's like your video is only available in like Kuwait or some shit like that. Some fucking place where nobody's
where they'll
going.
get beheaded if they actually watch it.
They don't ban anything. They're just like, oh, please, let us catch you with it.
All right. Next.
Oh, yeah. This is this looks problematic, right? This is weird karate.
大到这弧度上以后，腿肿起来，裸子肉他不会。
武术起源于古代战争，可以想见，在古代战场上，敌我双方近身肉搏，这样的功夫是防身保命的需要。既然是抗击打，就要让全身上下每个部位。
You can't do that, like without wearing a cup or something.
I guess maybe if you trained yourself enough, or you
you can't do that.
You have no like junk.
No, yeah, no, you either you have got no balls and giant calluses on your taint.
都没有漏洞，除了练习躯干。
That's real, bro.
That's not happening.
自知的抗击打能力，也要把功夫练到人。
I'm actually for the first time. For the first time,
in case he gets kicked in the nuts, I guess it doesn't hurt him.
But like actually hearing the like the Asian language, like the narrator, I really want to know what the hell he's saying. He might be explaining
this. To be narrated by Snoop Dogg. What the fuck is this guy doing? It's like, geez, he needs to light one up. He need to calm down, hitting himself in the nuts with a 2x4.
身体上的薄
What I
弱
want to
环
know
节。
is that 2 air conditioning units right next to each other on that house?
Oh my god.
I think it's just a sign up in the one window.
Oh, okay.
That's of course what dark matter would take away from this. This
Yeah.
guy's like slamming his dick with
How
a
much
board.
AC does that house in the background have while this guy smacks himself in the balls and the taint with a fucking 2x4?
王永乐为自己安排了一个对手，想让自己的排打功更进。
Okay, where do we think this is going? They're going to swing it into their nuts? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
The fucking nut battering ram? Are you serious?
He's like loading it down with bricks.
一步，这只木箱可以放15块砖，重40公斤。王永乐一再告诉我们，不要因为所谓铁钢功太显眼，就忘了它只是四面八方通卫拳中的一部分。
This is what happens when you take a vow of like celibacy. This is the shit your mind comes up with.
They should
brick balls.
They should put a little lion's head on it, you know, like that one battering ram on the Lord of the Rings.
木箱瞬间产生的力量到底有多少，我们没有测算，但是这一幕已经足够让我
All right,
们
we can
目
do with a
瞪
little
口呆
less
了。
gyration.
But just
That looks like it would hurt even with a cup.
The sound of all those bricks. Why did they set this shit up?
well, that's the thing. It's like totally like, why? Like,
Just Just get a guy to kick you in the nuts. I mean, Jesus, this is elaborate.
Yeah, they have like this little swing set with like this little brick. Fucking
look how hard I can get hit in the nuts, guys.
Jesus.
You know, if this guy ever gets into a fight,
that looks like it would hurt even if you had a cup on.
I mean, it has to.
Give him, whoever this is going through some shit one way or another. Cup or no cup, like no cup is unbelievable. Unless this is like he just doesn't have anything, like Salma Hayek in Dogma. Like there's just nothing down there but a big calloused like taint and pubic area. Because this looks painful as fuck. That thing is not thin. It is hitting him in the inside of the thighs and everything.
王永乐的确没有带任何护
I'm
具。
really surprised at how the thing stops when it hits him, because you would expect it to like keep swinging and knock him backwards. Really.
Well, I mean, it pushes him back a little bit, but
Jeez.
that also the guy
swinging it helps stop it.
Well, he had it up, and then he comes down with it and kind of like gives it a push, but like stabilizes it. But still, like we don't need to be breaking
almost like
this down.
He's aiming it, but I don't know, man. That fuck that. That's all I gotta say. Hell no. That kid ain't having any kids. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If he has any children, they're gonna come out like, no. And he'll be like, I don't know what happened.
Let's see. This is TJ labeled this. This is
did.
Car Tires Matter.
Yeah. Let me put a quick stipulation out there. It's supposed to be clips of people getting tired of Black Lives Matter protesters blocking the streets.
Off roads.
But there are clips from a different one that we have actually covered, a different video, and it's not Black Lives Matter, but they intertwine it with other clips. So just be aware of that. That's the one. This is that like all of the shots of this happening are not like Black Lives Matter covering the street.
That's Black Lives Matter.
That is, but it'll cut back and forth, and you'll get this difference.
I just say that's a really stupid fucking tactic. It does nothing but piss people off.
And it's illegal.
And if you've seen some of those videos, it actually affects black people's lives who are trying to fucking get to work. There was a guy that got out. He's like, I'm going to get fired. I've got 5 kids. I'm a black man. You guys are fucking me over.
Yeah. Well, especially if they're doing this in predominantly like black neighborhoods.
Anywhere. It's affecting everybody, and it's in the wrong way. You're not impressing anybody. It's the same as when they overtook the Bernie Sanders speech. Like, nobody is walking away from that like, oh, what great people. Like, fuck, everyone's walking away like, fuck these people.
Well, of course, I mean,
in every way possible.
Their entire end game was to like shame the white people there.
I mean, you managed to pause it exactly right before the drop.
All right, we're gonna back it up a bit.
Run.
Run.
Jesus.
I like it when people learn about physics in fun and interesting ways.
Damn, Dark Matter.
Look, you stand out in the road, and guess what? You might get fucking hit by a car. I like some people are just like fuck it, and it's just a terrible fucking way to protest. It's completely fucking idiotic. Shit like that has lost them so much fucking respect in the first place as an actual organization.
You remember what happened to Reginald Denny, I believe his name was?
Why does that sound... Oh, yeah, the guy in California in the LA riots.
Yeah, he stopped, and look what happened to him.
They pulled him out of
his caved in.
Yeah, all like the black people were protesting, and they pulled his ass out of his fucking pick, like that 18-wheeler.
Yeah,
and
they
just
hit him in
killed
the
him.
head with a brick, right?
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him first, and then caved his head in with a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't like a
Dark matter saying don't stop.
This is a peaceful protest type deal, but at the same time, you're being peaceful in a really fucking annoying way that is impeding on everyone else's like what they're doing. And when you piss people off like that, guess what? Some people are just gonna be like, "Fuck it."
Well, it's peaceful in the sense that they're not actually like beating people up, but it's still fascist.
Starting a violent thing, but it's definitely impeding on other people.
That's what I'm saying. It's still fascist as fuck. Like you're going to shut down public roads and
false imprisonment on a like lighter scale.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, read the title of this one that I have highlighted.
Oh, that is very problematic.
Wait, who labeled that? That wasn't me. I don't know.
I labeled that.
But you know what? It's a very apt description because I know exactly who it's talking about.
Oh, that crazy Jap bitch at it again.
No, don't say it.
God.
Okay, see, this is a thumbnail I would expect on like Pornhub or something.
There you go. Let's make this the thumbnail. Or at least when we freeze frame her in some crazy shot.
Oh yeah, I've seen like the first 20 seconds of this, so there's some crazy shots. She seems fun though, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm about to blow your minds.
She
Imagine
seems like a Harley Quinn kind of way.
Like don't fall asleep.
Imagine hanging out with her and Neeb.
Oh God.
No, don't, because look, one would just have like popcorn and Coca-Cola all in the bed, and the other one would just have urine.
Neeb's side of the bed is just like a giant piss stain. Oh my God, hers is caramel and popcorn.
Neeb was in.
There we go. There's our freeze frame.
Yeah. Hold on.
So you want to do? You want to tongue your drink?
Good.
Now you have to go back and grab it from the delay. Quick, Drew. Quick.
Oh, I got it.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Relax up off that TV. That's expensive.
Dude, is that sour cream? She has like a little bowl of it over there.
It's probably, who the fuck knows? Yogurt?
Can you imagine cleaning up after this broad? You got yogurt on the TV, bitch.
Dude, it actually looks like she's in a hotel. Does that not look like a hotel?
On this one it does.
Yeah, she's going to do all that super crazy shit. Yeah, that cannot be a hotel television.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Told you. That crazy Jap bitch at it again. Let me save this fucking screenshot. Jesus. I always lose one when I take them during the show. All right.
What do we got?
Another bird shit prank.
Oh, I love these.
How legit do you think these are?
I think they're legit.
Dark Matter, you've seen the bird shit prank, haven't you?
I don't know.
Well, by the way, I just thought about it because I've seen this video. That ain't bird shit.
No, it's a bird and there's shit, but it's not bird shit.
Right.
Hey mate, oi, quickly, come in, quickly. Oi, I've got a little blue tip bird, you will never guess what. You got a blue tip? Mate, come out of nowhere, didn't it? Yeah, come out of nowhere. Oi, I think his leg is sprained. Alright. Mate, that's some sketchy shit. When I let go of it, can you grab it? Yeah, can you grab it? Seriously, swear down. Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Mate, are you sure? Yeah. Mate, ready, go! Ah! Yo!
Yeah, you have to get one of those little limber bastards that your friend that can like run for a fucking mile.
This is a trick you could play on Drew, and like you wouldn't have to run very far.
Son of a bitch! I would be like throwing the bowl at you or something, like frisbeeing that shit, trying to hit you in the legs.
Gonna what's the guy's name? Odd Job.
Yeah.
Odd Job that bitch. Bing, knock my head off.
Jesus. You better hope I don't catch you, you piece of shit.
You're lucky I just ordered a Big Mac.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I think that's the end of the funny shit.
Oh, come on, dude. We're only halfway through.
Yeah, but we burned through those. We have a lot of other stuff. I just...
Goodness, I don't know, man. I feel like for all the stupid shit we have lined up, they deserve some... I don't know. Let's see. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Is that enough funny to get you through all the stupid you're about to witness?
Because it's a lot of stupid.
There is a lot.
Well, let's see. We have some from that last show. We played the Gangster Crab, didn't we?
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
Wu-Tang in it.
Yeah. So you guys can just rely on me to come up with some premium quality jokes.
No, it's okay. Why don't you just move on into the next segment? Oh, here we go. I've actually, it's funny TJ sent this, man, because I've seen this before. You sure we haven't covered it? Because I've seen this video before.
No, we have not covered this one.
Okay.
Monica Contreras came to family court with her 2-year-old daughter. She was in court for only a few minutes on a routine divorce case. According to internal court documents reviewed by the I-Team, family court marshal Ron...
You say something?
So yeah, someone just reminded me that I actually do have video of Neeb and the piss incident. I forgot all about that.
Would you call it a pissident?
It's a pissident indeed. It's
no bars for that one. Fuck it.
It's an embarrassing urination.
Oh, that's another funny thing that caught on our trip is everybody would just yell bars at each other when we said horrible jokes.
Oh yeah, yeah, like as if it was something you could just put on people by saying it, like it was the chat here. Anyway, so now that you've reminded me, I will get the file off of here and I'll give it to Drew, and that'll be something you guys can look forward to on the next episode.
I'm hashtagging.
Oh God, I almost forgot all about that.
We still have to see what the audio sounds like. I'm sure it'll be fine for just a bunch of drunk assholes in a room.
But then again, the audio for the patron.
Yeah, I was about to say we said
up to snuff with our normal shit.
Yeah, I was about to say we said the same
setup
shit.
there. We just did with what we could. Anyway, yeah. So this is actually a pretty serious video. So she's going to, what is it, like family court type deal over divorce thing and custody.
I don't even remember why she's there.
Yeah, and so they're doing a search on her, but it's a male cop, and he doesn't, and he wants to like get up in her business, and she's like, "Can I get someone female to search me?"
He's like, "No, bitch."
Well, yeah, well, you can see the video for yourself.
On Fox ordered Contreras into a waiting room by herself for an unexplainable drug search. Contreras says Marshal Fox touched her buttocks, breast, and ordered her to lift up her shirt. A later internal investigation validated her claims. Contreras went right back into the same courtroom to tell hearing master Patricia Donninger her requests to have a female marshal search her were ignored.
I think I'd rather have a female in here. And he went in here and this policeman's going to take her home. I was just offended by this. I'm just...
well, you wouldn't be just offended by it. You're technically assaulted.
Violated is more the proper term there.
Offended that he asked me to do that.
Okay, so the story stands. Handcuff.
Contreras pleads as Marshal James Kenyon begins to arrest her.
Or what, sir?
Hold on.
Okay, why would I be arrested? Can you please tell me?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Can you please tell me?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Because of false allegations made against a police officer, so...
What?
We looked and could find no law supporting that arrest, let alone any law allowing an alleged sexual assault victim to be arrested by the alleged assaulter.
Jimmy, I got court. I still have to do this, so arrest her. I take the kid. We're done.
Why would you do that to me, sir?
Because you're making false allegations.
After repeated attempts by marshals to get Contreras to recant her story, she breaks down.
Let me go, please. Let me go. It was all lies. I don't want to tell anything. It was all lies. All lies. All lies.
Dude, that's beyond fucked up.
It's really twisted. It's basically a judge, a marshal, and the bailiff or whatever in a room, and it's just her and her fucking kid. They're letting the kid just run around like crazy, and they're coming after her because they did some random drug search on her.
Yeah, something like that.
And she was like, "Well, can I at least get a female deputy?" And now, and he's like, "Oh, false accusations and shit." But
yeah, first you got...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing.
I mean, it's just
Dark
like,
matter.
it's
Can I
going
finish
a little bit too fucking far as far as like what I think the state or the government should be able to get away with.
Can I finish dark matter sentence? She was asking for it. Look what she's wearing. I think that's where he was going to go with that.
What? Why? I'm wondering what the judge is doing. I mean, obviously this is fucked up, and obviously the judge should know better about being able to just arrest somebody because you said false allegations, so I'm just going to arrest you now.
So should the bailiff. Like the bailiff should know that too.
The bailiff is just following the marshal's orders.
And
the
you know,
judge hasn't said dick the entire time.
Yeah, but also this concept of a man like frisking a woman and stuff like that. I thought that was already a big no-no.
It's supposed to be, but I guess in certain situations it's allowed. But you can't just
but this
like in a courtroom, you just take someone that showed up for court and search them and shit like that. Like you it's not supposed to be how it fucking works.
Yeah.
Hopefully and then they arrest her not because they found anything on her, but because she's making false allegations. Apparently, this guy is totally fucking full of himself. He thinks he's top shit. He wears this fucking like Marshall vest everywhere he fucking goes and wants to fucking like unearned respect and shit.
What? Please tell me something happened to that guy.
Well, let's keep watching.
Yeah, this is a few years ago.
Please stop.
We can do this.
It's like the judge has her back
The
turned.
judge has literally turned her back on this
and
shit.
like playing with a little kid.
Jesus.
I mean, maybe you could say she's trying to distract the child from like what's going on, but at the same time, you're a fucking judge. You should be at least witnessing this shit and maybe calling for fucking backup or whatever.
Well, and what Michelle is asking, and that's actually a really good question. Surely that whole frisking, touching her ass and her tits and shit like that wasn't in this room, right?
No, they took her to a separate fucking like a room alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, because if they did it in here in front of the judge, it's like
that would make it that much worse.
Yeah.
Easy way we can do this to her.
Marshall Fox tells Contreras the only way she can avoid jail is to step up to the microphone and recant. Contreras agrees, but does the opposite.
You asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness.
Okay.
You asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness.
For 4 minutes.
And kudos to her. I know she's going to be going through a lot of like shit to.
But Jesus, at least she's telling the fucking truth or whatever. This is one of the like reasons I always say like fuck that respect authority argument, because authority is not always have your best interests at heart.
Right. I think
there are very good reasons to question authority and not always just blindly fucking respect it.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's like depending on situations. Like there's certain situations
but
where
that's the whole point is that authority, like a cop, is supposed to be able to handle all kinds of different situations. And when a cop fucks up, they need to be held to a higher standard, not a lesser standard. You can't just say like, well, cops got a hard job. Yeah, they signed up for a fucking hard job. They don't get drafted. They signed up for a hard job. There are consequences when you fuck up and you misuse your fucking authority. And that's the way it fucking goes. I mean, it's that fucking simple. It goes for cops, judges, district attorneys, and fucking prosecutors. They should all be held to a fucking higher standard because you get to fucking decide the fate of other people's lives.
And vanilla. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you take someone and like say recant or I'm going to arrest you, isn't that kind of like under duress? It's like under duress. It doesn't fucking count.
Well, the whole thing is shady, especially like it could have been like Vanilla Isis says, but what if she did make it up? And these are things you'd find out later. But the fact of how he reacted makes it pretty clear. No, it's like no. If
she made it up, fine and dandy. She has to go through the process and file a complaint or whatever. They have to investigate it.
She's trying to report it immediately after it happened, and look at the response she's getting.
Right.
She's trying to tell other people, like the judge right here, that shit just happened, and the judge is literally turning her back while they go to arrest her for some bullshit fucking charge.
I mean, what you don't do is you don't just immediately arrest her. You have to investigate the matter. She could be telling the truth. She could be lying. That's why you have to figure it out. But what you don't do is treat her like a fucking criminal right off the bat. Just automatically assume that she's lying. No.
The cops are trained in these tactics in which to like trick people into giving them permission in which they do not have to do shit. and they are trained to use these tactics, and it raises a red flag if someone is aware of those tactics and shit. There's a lot of dishonesty that happens in police work, and it's maybe you could say it's for the greater cause or whatever, but I've had enough contact and I've seen enough stories and shit to know that like it's a simple equation: people are shit, cops are people. Do the math.
Yeah, well,
there are going to be shitty cops. I'm not saying they're all shitty. I've
right.
had a lot of positive experiences with police, and I've met a lot of cool cops. It's not all cops, if you will, but there are a good number of shitty ones out there, and you cannot let them get away with it just on the guise of like respect authority. Fuck that.
Right, but I think what is generally meant when people say respect authority is just like right off the bat. Don't walk up and start fucking with cops, shit like that. And it's not even cops.
There's hardly anyone ever that does that. That just goes up and fucks with the cop, and then expects for something. Not
I'm saying some people do. And by the way, it's not just with cops. It's with teachers and things like that. It's anybody like that. It's just the basic bottom line. Just start out. Well, that should be in general, not even just for authority.
I used to get in arguments with one of my teachers all the time, and he said I was one of his favorite students. He was a history teacher, and he would like. He would teach us properly, and then he was like, and now my opinion of it is this, and he would offer for us to give it, and he was one of my favorite teachers too.
Right, that's not disrespecting. I loved
having you in my class. You were very, you challenged me and and you never, he
I don't think that's being disrespectful.
That's not being disrespectful.
Yeah, well, okay, so at the same time, when you're dealing with it all depends on who you're dealing with as well. If you're dealing with a bunch of fucking like teens in high school and shit, you have to realize that in that situation, if you're a cop or whatever, you are the respected authority figure with training and everything like that. You're dealing with a bunch of fucking stupid ass kids that are going to act in stupid ways. Like in that case, you can't hold the cop to the same standard as the student or vice versa, because they are not the same is not expected. The student is expected to be a dipshit.
I don't know necessarily that, but I would say the cop is you do hold them to a higher standard because they work for the society and everything.
I think it was Amazing Atheist that, well, he's the last person I think I've heard say it, but I agree with it, that the death penalty should be reserved for like, authoritarian or authority figures that misuse their authority. Like that would be a great deterrent, I think.
I don't know.
Also respect authority and shit like
that. I disagree. I think the death penalty, a form of the death penalty, should be open for like anybody that murders somebody, and we have absolute proof that they fucking did it. That would include a cop.
My argument was that it was for people who elected to have it.
What do you think would be scarier to a cop though? Being
life in prison,
lethal injected, or throwing in general population?
But the thing is, even the way the system is now, even if they're going to put that cop in lethal injection, it's going to be like 20 years before they do it. That's one of the most fucked up things about the system.
Bro, and they put them in. They don't normally put cops in Gen Pop.
Yeah, but I'm saying why not? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's. I think for me, it's because they seem to. If you have that respect authority complex or that mentality or whatever, then go for it. Respect it all the way. If the law says you should die because you've misused your authority to that level, obviously I'm not talking about misusing your authority like parking in a handicapped spot or some shit as a
obviously.
cop.
You're gonna die, you piece of shit.
To like a unreasonable degree. There's look. On the same level where I say people are shit and therefore like a lot of cops are shit, people are also have good intentions often, and so therefore a lot of cops have the best of intentions. Doesn't always mean they make the best decisions, and but they are people. They do make mistakes. If it's a small mistake, they get a small slap on the wrist or whatever and get on with your job, like anything else. But in a position in which you do have that authority, if you misuse it purposefully, and because you have that authority and shit like that, fuck that. I cannot stand idly by and watch people misuse that shit and act like they're some kind of like local dictator or some shit. Right,
because for instance, I don't remember the guy's name. The guy that ran from the cop and got shot 8 times in the back.
Oh yeah,
that cop should not be alive anymore. Like, why? That's fucking murder.
They are prosecuting him.
Yeah, well, I would hope so.
I want to read. put something that's being going around in the chat out there is that I've also heard this is that the death penalty doesn't deter crime.
Right, and that's true. But
it doesn't for people who don't respect authority or consequences or whatever. But cops, I would think, or people in a position of authority would be more scared of those consequences because they know how the fuck the system works. I personally would think that's not necessarily. I've always been against the death penalty. I'm just saying, like, as a deterrent for people who respect that kind of shit, it might work better, and I think it would be a more fitting punishment for those who, especially like the guy right there, like Drew was talking about, shot someone 8 times in the back that was running away.
Yeah. Or fucking
planted his taser on the guy,
or like Dylan Roof or something like that. Like please tell me, like, why are we keeping this guy alive? I mean, I'm talking about when it's over and done. Like, there's no doubt that the son of a bitch did it. It's like, why the fuck are you even keeping him around? I see prison as more of like, isn't the goal supposed to be like more of like rehabilitation, which it doesn't even work like that.
No, it's a punishment. Rehabilitation is in other countries. We use it as a complete form of fucking punishment.
Well, if you want punishment, the guy's never getting out. So.
And it's so fucking stupid too, because basically what it does is it gives people who might be able to, be rehabilitated, and what it does is it puts them in a place where they can network with criminals, and when it puts them back out in the world, they're pretty much unhireable. So they're pretty much forced into going back into crime, and only now they have an education of how to do crime. They basically went to criminal college, and now they have they got references.
See, and there's only one thing I might correct you on that, Dark Matter. It's not really, I don't think that they can network. It's that it's like you network or you die. You're going to have a much harder time in prison if you don't network.
Yeah. If doing it alone is very difficult, and that's why people you team up, and it's to protect yourself from having to worry when you drop the soap, and it's for not getting shanked and shit. It's for having people that'll back you up, etc. Yeah, man, I got an itchy spot.
Get it, bro. Get in there. Get in there, nice and deep.
Is that a knee brash?
This guy, the last night before, or the morning before we left, I stayed up late and I was like passed out, and he like jumped on my back while I was sleeping and was like, "Get up!" Like, I could feel his stubble on my ear and shit.
No, actually, because TJ was sleeping in the bed upstairs, and I heard all these grunts and noises, and I was hesitant about going up. You see. But I started slowly going up the stairs, and I just see, like, over the railing, and it has a cover on it, I just see Neeb doing like this. And he's like, I guess he's like shaking the bed, but and I hear TJ groaning and all that, and I'm just like, oh, good God, I need to go back to sleep. Jesus Christ.
That was rough shit, man.
I bet it was. Oh, God.
It was a rough day. That morning was all jumbled for me. I remember putting my bag in the car and like sliding into the passenger seat. And
Jesus.
That was the only time you fucking drove, and thank God, because I was beat.
Yeah, well, that's the one time we actually had a finite deadline, and I missed mine, but everybody else paid theirs. I'm
being quoted in the chat. I can feel the stubble in my ear.
I ran upstairs after hearing TJ grunting. And we're only like not even halfway into this. So.
All right, let's see.
Minutes, Contreras pleaded to hearing master Patricia Donninger to hear her. Donninger didn't look at the alleged sexual assault victim, deciding instead to play with Contreras' daughter.
How could you do this to me? How could you watch? How could you watch?
Contreras' 2-year-old daughter.
Wait, how could you watch?
Yeah,
watch them arrest her.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, watch them arrest her.
And watch.
I was about to say, Jesus, maybe this shit really happened in the room.
Daughter confronts the marshals arresting her mother.
He said, can you please pull up your shirt without a witness? And I said, I don't think that's a good idea. That's my mother.
Yes, I do. If you have a female.
This is so fucking
Contreras.
Yeah, it's like dark.
The entire way this was handled is fucked up.
Yeah.
Kisses her daughter before being sent to jail. Her young daughter sent to Child Haven. 2 months later, Contreras filed a complaint with Court-Martial Internal Affairs.
Oh, dude, once they actually, like, if I was this chick and they actually sent me to jail, my entire time in jail, I'm going to be just meditating.
Dude, you
vengeance.
realize that it was like, she's like 2 months later. You know why? Because they fucking wouldn't let her make the complaint while she was locked up for that amount of time. Like, getting any kind of, filing any kind of shit from prison is at the leisure of your guards, basically.
Dude, she was in prison for 2 months?
I guarantee you that's why it took her 2 months. They said they fucking sent her kid to Child Haven. She wasn't in there overnight.
You know, oh my God, can you even begin to imagine how bad that fucked up her kid? I mean, a little kid like that being just completely separated from her mother for 2 months, a little kid like that doesn't have a concept of what's going on. After 2 months, if she's ever going to see her mother again, that's at a fuck ton of time to a little kid.
Dude, and her mom's going to come out with, like, face tattoos and shit. She's going to be, like, you know, like, done, like, carved into her arm, the cop's name and everything.
Sources tell the I-Team investigators were shocked. They never heard of the alleged courthouse sexual assault from Family Court Lieutenant Steve Rushfield. After a 6-month internal affairs investigation, Marshal Ron Fox was fired. Nobody from Clark...
He should have just been fired. Dude, that
6 months it took.
6 weeks, I think he said.
I thought I heard 6 months.
Wait, was it 6 weeks that she was in...
No,
behind
6
bars,
months
or?
investigation.
Oh.
Scroll
No,
back.
he said 6 weeks.
Go back a little bit.
Before being sent to jail, her young daughter sent to Child Haven. 2 months later, Contreras filed a complaint with Court-Martial Internal Affairs. Sources tell the I-Team investigators...
Well, and also, it says that it was 2 months before she sent the... That doesn't mean she was technically...
And that was the point I was making, is that you don't wait 2 months to make a complaint unless you are, you know... You just don't wait 2 months to do some shit like that.
Yeah, but to be fair, they didn't actually say she was behind bars.
I know.
I'm just trying to clarify.
I am saying that most likely she would, when you're locked up, you are not able to like file any kind of complaints. I guarantee you, when they put her in the jail cell that day, she was like, "I want to file a complaint," and she didn't get the fucking opportunity to do so. That's how jail works. You can ask for a roll of toilet paper and wait 2 days for it.
Affairs. Sources tell the I-Team investigators were shocked. They never heard of the alleged courthouse sexual assault from Family Court Lieutenant Steve Rushfield. After a 6-month internal affairs investigation...
6 months.
I told you it was 6 months, asshole, not 6 weeks.
Sack of shit.
Marshal Ron Fox was fired. Nobody from Clark County told Monica Contreras that. She found out because we found her. Contreras asked that we blur her face.
I just hope I did the right thing by telling Internal Affairs. It makes me feel good because now I know that I was right.
I've seen better pixelation than that in Japanese porn. Okay, I can tell what she looks like.
Exactly, me too. I actually pixelated Neeb in the patron-only show.
Well, especially...
I could, because he docks himself constantly. But I did a better job than that.
But especially considering the fact that her face was like plain and clear in the other video. So she has 3.
Well, it wasn't that clear.
God damn it. There's the judge being a good judge.
Shit's fucked up.
That's clear enough.
It's not that clear.
That's not much better than the pixelation.
Yeah.
It's about on the same level.
Administration. They released a statement reading, "Court personnel are prohibited from commenting on the video because it's a personnel matter. When the actions of any district court employee are called into question, the court immediately responds by conducting a fair, thorough investigation and upon completion taking appropriate action."
Okay, pause it. Wait, they can't comment on it because it's a personnel thing, but they already did their investigation, right? Did they not? They've already completed the investigation and fired the guy, so now you still can't comment on it?
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
that's
of course
like
they're not going to.
We don't have to talk about the shit we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally just distancing themselves from an issue. It's like, it's like if you had like an elementary school, like if you had an elementary school and like one of the teachers molested a kid, they're not going to, the school's not going to give a comment on it.
Paul just showed up, and I wanted to show him what we gave him earlier. Paul, for being such an awesome guy, I got you one of these Hard Rock Hotel Las Vegas patches.
Hey, and look at that, it's red. Huh?
Yeah, and it's nice, Paul, that everything is spelled correctly on yours.
That's one better than what Dark Matter got here. His flask
from Las Vegas,
from
Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada.
That shit is so classic.
See, Dark Matter, if it said Nevada, it really wouldn't be, very impressive. But one that says Mavada, you need to put that shit up on a shelf somewhere.
That's right.
I bought a button at the mall and from Chicago, where I'm from, but it was for like a tourist, and it was Chicago with an A.
I love it.
Shit is so cheap.
It's like when you buy the T-shirts out in front of a Whitney Houston concert and they're for Whitey Hutton. That's a one-off. You get that bad boy. I'm so happy for you.
Wait. So the other ones that were there more there? And they said Nevada?
They had ones that were correctly spelled.
No shit. Oh, that makes it even better, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Motherfucker.
I picked this one up. I noticed the misspelling immediately, and I was like, no, I want this one. This is the one.
Did they at least give you a discount?
No, are you kidding? I didn't mention it in fear of having to pay extra.
They're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Hey, this is a one-of-a-kind, sir. I used to play a trick on a roommate of mine. Took the M and because he henpecked when he typed, I took the M and N buttons and I switched them, and he would misspell everything.
What's henpecking?
When you look down at the keyboard and you use one of each
the shit you do during our shows unmuted.
No, I'm a fast typist.
Yeah, with two fingers.
Fast typist guy.
No, I use all my fingers.
Damn.
That's not what Miss Dark Matter told me.
That wasn't Miss Dark Matter. That was some crack whore.
Say it a little louder. I want to hear. I know she's back there somewhere.
He's like,
that was some crack whore.
It's like TJ. You can tell when his old lady's out because he gets a little lippy about certain things. I'm like, she's not there, is she? He's like, looks down. He's like, nope.
There's a difference.
Anyway, let's finish this fucking video.
All right.
Even though Marshall Fox was fired, sources tell the I-Team Clark County is widening its investigation into why this incident and a growing number of assault allegations were never reported by family court management to Internal Affairs. Marshal Ron Fox maintains his innocence and is suing Clark County for wrongful termination. His attorney declined an on-camera interview, but in court filings claims the marshal's arrest was just because nobody in the courtroom tried to stop him. With the entire
just from what I saw on the video, it was enough to even if he did not assault her, he was clearly abusing his authority.
Right. Yeah, that's all they had to go on.
Wait, they said that he was justified because nobody tried to stop him
in the arrest.
What?
Which is
So?
yeah, I understand. I'm just saying in the arrest.
So what? That doesn't. An arrest is not justified.
I know
because
that.
no one tried to stop you.
I agree, but I'm just trying to make sure it's clear for everybody. It's not like, well, he was molesting that woman in a room full of people. Nobody tried to stop him. That's what I'm trying to make clear. It was specifically the arrest.
Nobody tried to stop him, and so that therefore justifies the arrest. That is such a load of bullshit in itself. You don't need that to be anything about the room. The room shit's bullshit. The fact that she complained about it and it was ignored is bullshit. The fact that she was fucking arrested is bullshit. The fact that it took 6 months to get rid of him is bullshit. And then the fact that he's now suing the department for fucking wrongful termination is bullshit. It's a complete bullshit story all the way fucking across.
Right, but also
I think it was wrongful termination too. They should have terminated his ass a long time ago.
Hell yeah, he should get 6 months of fucking pay docked.
He should have to pay them back all of his fucking pay.
Right.
Damn. That's rough. But also, as according to this, as far as the evidence goes, I'm surprised they actually fired him for that, because apparently from everything I've heard here, there doesn't seem to be any hard evidence of the fact that he
a wrongful fucking arrest.
Right, it was. But I'm saying there doesn't seem to be any evidence that he actually groped her. I'm not denying that he most likely did.
I'm wondering if fucking judge or whatever had to explain herself, because that was some fucked up shit there too.
Yeah.
You say, okay, well, we're going to let you file a report or something. You don't just totally turn your back and ignore the woman.
It's break time. Yeah.
We got through one video.
Yeah, one video.
We got an hour left. We got a lot of shit.
That was probably one of the more off-topic but time-consuming, because I'm sure we have a lot of the politics stuff coming up.
Yep, coming up next.
Excellent. Until then.
I'm going to have to brush up on my Trump impersonation.
Jesus. Yeah, I was going to say, the one thing you won't be brushing is your hair.
I love the fact that he used the term brushing up. Jesus Christ.
It's the only time he gets to use that term.
Oh.
God. Motherfuckers.
When Donald Trump says brushing up, he could be talking about his hair or, like, learning something or tightening, honing his skills or whatever. When Dark Matter says it, there's only one. Anyway, all right, we'll be right back.
Yep. That last bit was well played.
Bing, bing, bong, bing, bong.
He's just like,
I'm gonna build a fantastic wall between me and Drew, and I'm gonna make Drew pay for it.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be huge.
Make your
It's
head.
gotta be.
I'm the best negotiator.
I'm
Drew-
imagining most walls are gonna be like Drew's just gonna Kool-Aid man that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I got good people. I got good people that know how to make good walls.
The best. They're the best people.
The best walls.
They speak like this. They go ching ching tong ching.
I love that. Did you see what?
I love China.
The was it the former Mexican president said about that, about building the wall and then making Mexico pay for it? His exact quote on CNN was, "I'm not paying for that fucking wall." Like, it's hilarious. They actually had the F and like the little stars and everything. And you know what Trump said about that? They asked Trump about that, and he was like, "I thought his language was just very inappropriate."
Jesus Christ!
Like, jeez, dude, it's the
That
disconnect is yeah. Dark Matter, I noticed you're a little lonely down there. Would you like some company, perhaps? He dropped out of the race. He has nothing going for him. He's looking for a sugar daddy. What do you
At
think?
least I'm wearing glasses.
Jesus Christ.
It's ironic because that's what he's into.
Oh, goddamn, nice shades.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to put it all over your glasses.
Let's see. Let's not do the other thing. Let's go ahead and get straight into some content.
What's the other thing? Oh, yes, content.
Let's hear this.
There are people that borrowed $36,000 to go to Trump University, and they're suing him now. $36,000 to go to a university. By the way, that's a fake school. If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it. The second.
Zing.
Zinger. Dude, all right. He keeps going on, and this gets brutal. But Trump's face is so epic.
Such a cute soundbite.
But no, it's not a soundbite. It's a fact.
Yeah,
Again, go online and Google it. Donald Trump, Polish workers. You'll see it. Here's the guy that inherited 200.
He used Polish workers?
Yeah, to build the Trump Towers, they caught him using illegal alien workers.
Yeah, but like I guess when you think illegals, you think like Mexicans
it's not
or
him
something
necessarily, but the people he
Right.
hired.
But the fact that it was like specifically like Polish laborers just sounds weird. That's not something you hear in America very often. It's like, man, we really take advantage of the Polish.
The Polish were the ones that invented the screen door on the submarine, and the solar-powered flashlight, and
the ejector seat on the helicopter.
That's right.
Jesus.
You don't know where to put the bars.
I know. I'm thinking I gotta split this shit up. Dark Matter, you were in the clear, but you spoke up. So tell me these are already in the right spots. Yo,
oh, for
yeah.
fuck's sake.
Damn it.
See, that just demonstrates his bias.
Yeah, exactly. It's never on Drew, is it?
Never.
No.
$1 million.
Don't wait. You know what I need to do? Here's what I need to do.
These bars smell like Neeb's mustache.
Here's what I need to do. We need to give Dark Matter a fucking roommate. Here, hold on. Let's move this. Scooch him over just a bit. Like that. Oh, god damn. Look what's going on behind those bars, Steve.
My roommate's always jerking it.
That's beautiful. You kids behave.
If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
People screaming in the audience. It was good, but it wasn't that good. Fuck.
No, and what's super funny about that is Rubio just came in second and third in like every fucking like state that they just did. Donald Trump won 5 before we started the show.
Yeah, where's that? What's that looking like? So it's Trump and Hillary, right?
Of course. Like, everybody knew it was going to be Trump and Hillary. Or for those of you who didn't, I don't know what's going on.
So wait, is Bernie gone? What the? I don't.
He will be. I mean, he's not getting the nomination.
They already did the polling that said that Sanders had a better chance against any of the fucking Republican nominees, and they're still going to put Hillary up there against Trump, and she'll lose to Trump, man.
But dude, I mean, you just have to see on that, because that some of the polls say that, but like, look at tonight. I mean, Hillary did better in a lot of those places than Trump did. Like, a lot of their projections, I don't know how accurate a lot of that shit is.
I know a lot of people are not excited to vote for fucking Hillary. A lot of people are not excited to vote for Trump either, but
honestly,
you're playing a fucking real close game there.
Most people are in the camp right now with these candidates that they really don't want to vote for anybody. Now, maybe that's how it normally is, but I've never felt it as much as with this election. Just kind of like, oh man, but like basically voting the way that I see it is against the GOP pretty much, unless something radical changes in the GOP.
Drew's going to be voting for him before the fucking election. He's going to switch over to fucking Republican.
Oh, no. I couldn't do that.
Yes, you could.
No.
You're already from Texas. Is that easy?
Ted Cruz won Texas for the Republicans. Clinton, well, of course he did. He's a senator here. But Clinton won it by far on the Democrat side. It was like 60-something to 30-something percent.
You got a bunch of establishment dipshits.
Anyways, here we go. Here's another one from that same debate.
His problem he's got is he really doesn't know about the lines. The biggest thing we've got, and the reason we have no competition, is because we have lines around the state, and you have essentially
we already mentioned that as part of my plan. I know what that is. But what else is part of your plan? So your only thing is to get rid of the lines around the states. What else is part of your health care plan?
The lines around the states mean.
That's your only
plan. And it was almost done. No. You know what that does?
I'll
that
give
brings
him time
in,
of mind. He can tell us his plan.
Excuse me. That brings in competition. When you get rid of the lines, it brings in competition. So instead of having one insurance company taking care of New York or Texas, you'll have many. They'll compete, and it'll be a beautiful thing.
Okay, he said the line a bunch of times already, right? And this is to Rubio, who's the Rubio robot, who repeats himself. So this is about to get beautiful.
They're asking in the chat what he's talking about. Trump's policy on healthcare or whatever is he's going to make it where the insurance doesn't just run in one state.
State by state, yeah.
All the different states can compete with each other, which actually, I guess the way we're doing it doesn't seem like a really bad idea. It just opens the market more, so they have to compete more.
No, so it's basically making it more like a monopoly is what it's doing.
Well, how is that though? Because you already have rules against that.
Bigger fucking companies have a bigger pull and will be able to offer the best rates and pull and like put other fucking companies out of business until it's just one fucking main company, and you're basically
and then those big companies collude,
and they do. Dude, this is how it's making the fucking problem worse. It's like how Obamacare turned out. Instead of like giving insurance to people that need it, you're forcing people to buy insurance from private fucking companies. It's not at all what it was meant to fucking be.
Well, but even that with Obamacare, the original thing with Obamacare is it was supposed to have a single payer option.
Yeah, that's not at all close to what it fucking turned out to be.
Well,
that's what it. Yeah, now it's like a Newt Gingrich idea, wasn't it? Or a Karl Rove idea.
It's an old. I think it was Bob Dole.
It's bad.
But either way, the reason that they did the mandate that you had to buy it was because they got rid of pre-existing conditions. Because if you didn't have to buy it, then you could just be in the hospital all banged up and just be like, okay, I'll take insurance. And like not have to pay any bit of a penalty for it. I'm saying that's why they have it. It's not like they're just like, fuck you.
People that go bankrupt over medical bills.
Yeah, you do. I absolutely support a
there are definitely consequences to using the ER, and by the way, if you go in with like cancer to the ER, guess what? They're not going to give you long-term treatment.
Right.
And So that's the only part of the plan? Just the lines, the interstate
Well,
competition?
no, the nice part about the plan, you have many different plans. You'll have competition. You'll have so many different plans.
But now he's repeating himself.
No, I'm not repeating. No.
But to be fair, Rubio just
He's so
asked him.
proud of himself. Rubio is so fucking proud of himself right there.
It's like seriously, like he just asked him that question.
Look at Trump. Looks like he's about to barf.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Rubio is actually doing pretty well. No.
I don't repeat myself.
He just fucking repeated himself, saying he didn't repeat himself. What a fucking idiot. I don't repeat myself. Fucking idiot.
You don't repeat yourself.
Here's the guy who repeats himself.
You repeat yourself every day.
I watched
Right here is where it gets beautiful. Rubio plays.
about repeating. I watched him repeat himself 5 times 4 weeks ago. And
I saw
want to
you
tell
repeat yourself 5
it
times
was a
5
meltdown.
seconds ago.
I watched him.
Stupid motherfucker. You stupid fuck.
I watched him melt down on the stage like I've never seen anybody. I thought he came out of the swimming pool.
I said, well,
Let's talk
I
about
see him
your
repeat himself
plan.
every night. It says 5 things. Everyone's dumb.
Senator
He's going to
Rubio.
make America great
Senator
again. We're going to
Rubio.
win, win, win.
Senator
He's
Rubio,
winning in the
please.
polls.
It's all true.
And the
Please stop.
lines around the states. Every night. Same thing.
Senator Rubio.
This is
Okay,
fucking...
He nailed it, by the way. But why do they even have moderators if they're just going to be like, please, 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 Bill, please, 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 please? Like, shut up. Just shut up.
This is fucking surreal. If you remember, like when we were kids, if you remember like the presidential debates from way back in the day, how like just civil
It was like
and
professional.
organized.
Yeah. It was fucking professional.
Yeah, this is like fucking game show territory.
Well, it is. I mean,
No, this is reality TV.
it is. I mean, but
This is the result of like when Kim Kardashian is the most popular shit. This is also the kind of shit that follows. This
right,
is drama.
dude.
bullshit.
This is the only way you can make Americans watch political shit. Like, I'm not saying that that's a good thing.
It is like that movie Idiocracy.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking horrible.
Mike
But-
Judge just had an article where he said that he thinks this movie is coming true.
Yeah,
It fucking looks like it.
I'm telling you, but honestly, it's been this way for a while. It's just now you threw Donald Trump in it. Now you threw a reality TV star in it.
It's almost like these people like throw shit around. Like, what kind of dirty son of a bitch like flings their own feces? If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Drew. And if you don't know the story I'm talking about, it was talked about on the Vegas Patron Only show. Our
Look,
patrons know what we're talking about.
Let me tell you something about old Drew, all right? Old Drew's a fucking man. Old Drew goes down and fucking beats his chest and flings his shit at people, all right? Fucking caveman, bro.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to imagine what kind of primate you would be, like an orangutan. Or
I would like to think of myself a little more like Neanderthal.
No, you'd like to think of yourself as like a silverback. But the only time your back is silver is after Neeb's Ditto.
Damn, beautiful.
I tell the truth. I tell
Senator
the
Rubio,
truth.
we will have time to respond. If you
All
would
right.
just let Mr. Trump respond to what
Yeah,
you
he's
just
gonna give us
posed
his
to
plan
him.
now, right? Okay.
If you could talk a little bit more about your plan. I know you talked about
No,
the
we're going to
interstate.
have many different plans
Can you
because
give
there's going to
us
be
specific?
competition.
Said it again.
There's going to be.
There's going to be competition.
Yeah, but dude, at the same time, they're asking him, like, what is
He's repeating himself over and over. Now,
I mean, you have to when
don't
you're
get me
asked to
wrong.
repeat
If you're
yourself.
trying to make a point and people are not getting your point and you have to repeat yourself to make your point, that's one thing. But like when they're asking you to further explain and you just repeat the same shit, you're not doing anyone any favors.
Right. Well, this also, yeah, in a big way, it goes back into Trump, like talking big but knowing dick about policy. Like, okay, how are you going? If you that's the killer for Trump. If you say, okay, how are you going to do this? That's why he never gives a
Got
solid
wonderful
answer.
people working on it. They're
Yeah,
gonna be
that's all it
it's
is.
going to be great. It's going to be huge. It'd make your fucking head spin.
Have you seen the speech analysis that has Trump at a 4th grade level?
Yeah.
I think Bernie was the only one that was like high school, like close to college.
John Oliver just did an awesomely scathing, like 20-plus minute thing on Trump, and I was reminded of it by Drumpf in the chat. And if you guys need to watch it. It's super fucking epic, and he just dismantles the fuck out of Trump for like 20 minutes. Trump is just he's a clown, man. Like the fact that he's. A decade ago, he would be telling this girl, like, "You fired." Like, and that would be his like big punchline. Now he's got all these different punchlines.
Dude,
and shit.
not even a decade ago. Like,
You know
not
what I mean?
even, dude. Like 6 years, 5 years. Go back 5 years. This dude is on reality TV firing people.
You know what's scary is when and I don't know what the fuck he means by this, but it doesn't sound good. He says, I'm going to open up the libel laws so that you can't make hit pieces on me anymore. He's talking about journalism.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious?
He's a douche.
Can you imagine him as president? We would have material non-fucking stop.
No. Can you guys think
Actually,
of...
no, we wouldn't if he becomes the fascist he wants to be.
You know what I mean? Like, he'll leave us alone until we become any kind of popular.
Can you guys think of any redeeming features to Trump? Because I actually can think of a few.
He speaks his mind. All right, he's not into the PC shit. I'll give him that.
I mean, just anything relating. I know he doesn't give specifics on policy, but just some of the points he said. Because I can think of a couple. One that I think of is, and it's actually really strange for someone running as a Republican, but he's actually for progressive taxes. Like for, raising the tax at different levels at, once you hit certain amounts of money, he's actually for that.
I'm sure at lower levels. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's not talking about keeping our current fucking tax levels for the rich, but it can be progressive just at lower percentages.
Well, I don't know, because he talks about that a lot, and to talk about that amongst Republicans is pretty strange. Another thing he does
that's part of the speaking his mind. Like
Right.
that's a policy he's into, and he doesn't give a shit whether you like it or not.
Right.
And it's also for the he's like, we're not going to let people die in the streets.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, especially since he's talking right next to Ted Cruz, who is against any form of amnesty.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, anybody coming around. He says...
He's also been on both sides of a lot of issues. He's a lot like Hillary Clinton in the flip-flopping over the time. And, look, you're allowed to change your mind. It just looks really conspicuous when you do it along with when the trends change and it's most popular to do it and in your best interest to do it.
Right.
Have you seen the clips about him talking about David not knowing who David Duke is? And then someone dug up a video of him from years back saying, calling David Duke a racist and
bigot.
Yeah. That you don't want to be associated with that guy. He was saying all this stuff. Obviously, he knows who he is.
It does kind of remind me of the Reverend Wright and Obama shit, though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they're the thing is they're trying to make this guy Trump's guy, and this guilt by association thing I don't like. But then when Trump lies about it and says he doesn't know who he is, when he's already on the record as talking about the guy from years before.
Well,
I actually heard him say that was a earpiece malfunction and he wasn't hearing the fucking question properly.
But dude, can you imagine what that's like to run for president? All the shit that they're digging up.
Oh my God! If I ran for president, I'd have to explain you guys to the public. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's
you
a
have
horrible
to explain
thought.
that fucking Lotus first.
They're like, wait. I know you do all this atheist shit on YouTube. Is that a fucking Lotus in your driveway? Like, get this guy out of here.
It's in the garage. I wouldn't leave it in the driveway.
Oh, what a douche.
It's a fucking 3-car garage with a Lotus in it, so there's still tons of room.
I have other cars.
There's still room for...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn.
All I heard was, I'm going to up my patronage. Fucking, I have other cars besides my Lotus, sir. I also have a brand new whatchamacallit and Look, right. I can't believe I took the time to actually put aside my hair and these facial bars for you, along with this awesome Las Vegas Mavada. Fucking damn it, man! I really. You at least gonna make me VP when you're president, bro?
Oh God, damn!
Come on, you gonna do that for me at least?
I think you're muted, Dark Matter.
No, I wasn't muted. I was just kind of shocked.
Speechless.
I mean, there's no. I can't have my VP towering over me. That would look ridiculous.
It would look like your bodyguard, bro.
Yeah.
I could help you shave that tough spot on the back of your head while we sit together in the bathtub. The presidential bathtub. That's big and oval, I heard.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
But stories, Drew. Stories. Next video, Drew.
But the bright side of being like the vice president is they don't really do much.
Why do you think I want the position?
He's just going to sit in the office and smoke weed all day.
Somebody bring me some more kush over here.
All right.
Oh, good Lord! Look at this. What? Just look
take
at this
it in.
picture.
Take it in. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
reverse raccoon.
Yeah, he's got like the weird coloration here. I don't know what's going on with the white eyes, the hair, the feather.
Fucking pink tie.
Is that from like sunglasses? Maybe he was outside.
No, that's from like sitting in a tanning bed or something and having those little
where you put the little tiny goggles and they like spray tan your ass, and then they spend 5 hours trying to comb over your 6 head.
But I mean, he's a billionaire. Can't he, do something about that?
I guess not. I guess not. There's only so much they can do for Donald Trump, and you're looking at it.
That's what several $1 billion will get you. That's the best they could come up with.
No matter how much money you got, and if you're Donald Trump, he's like, fuck it. You don't think I would look better if I could? Jesus, I'd bathe in children's fucking blood if I maybe look at even the slightest bit better than this.
There is a trending retweet of yours. You retweeted somebody.
Oh, look where he is. In Palm Beach, Florida. Of course he's in Florida.
He's got real estate down
That's where all the douchebags
Florida
live.
felt a little douchey there for a bit.
From Il Duce 2016. It was
Gotta repeat that.
Il Duce 2016. You retweeted somebody from Il Duce 2016. It was a Mussolini quote, but you didn't know it was Mussolini when you retweeted it. It said, "It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep." That's a famous Mussolini quote. You retweeted it. Do you like the quote? Did you know it was Mussolini?
Here's another thing that I don't like, though, is this ad hominem shit. It's like, okay, Mussolini quote. Yeah, that sounds terrible. But you know what? Even the most evil fucking people on the earth are capable of saying something that's poignant.
Yeah, I mean, that's a totally legitimate quote.
It is.
There's shit like that. There's
better to die fat or quick on your knees than what is it? Better to die quick fighting on your feet than to live forever begging on your knees. That's anyway. Same kind of quote. And I can appreciate it. Even Hitler had some like quotes and shit.
Quote TJ in the
I
chat.
Would appreciate different Hitler quotes than, let's say, like Neeb.
Jesus Christ!
Who actually fucking bought
like every Nazi book,
fucking propaganda, and fucking took it back to Canada.
We're like walking around, and I was like, dude, I wonder where like the World War II section is. He's like, oh, you know, like all the Nazi stuff? I think it's over there. And I was like, that fucking salute. Oh Jesus!
That's what we had to deal with every time. Like if we were going somewhere and like, wow, which way do we turn? And he would be like, I think it's a Reich. God,
they're just horrible. Seriously though, he bought a lot of Nazi books.
Yeah, and it was. I felt I was glad it was not there when he was getting checked out.
By the way, Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were done, so I was going back to the quote. I was just going to say it does not apply to Cecil.
Not apply to what?
Cecil the lion. You remember him?
No.
Yeah.
What is Cecil the lion?
He got killed by the dentist.
He lived one day as a lion, and that day was shot up with a fucking bow until they tracked him down and shot him.
Was this like a Florida legend or something?
No, you remember the dentist that went trophy hunting and shot?
I understand it now. Yeah.
The entire internet lost its shit, and you just missed out on this. True.
I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join in on the chat for that. Bars
for who?
For Dark Matter, for that fucking Cecil. Like, oh, better live one day as a lion, unless you're that one lion from the news story a long time ago. In which case, no.
No, I remember it now. Dark Matter. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dark Matter.
But you're still going in the bars, you bastard.
See, this is fucked up. You fucking lion killing motherfuckers.
I love lions.
Hey, so what was the? There was supposed to be some repercussions for that guy that did that. Like they were boycotting his business or something.
Oh, he got all kinds of shit for it. Yeah,
he just shut down his practice. I guess he opened up another one.
I think he got like death threats.
I heard that he was still going on hunts and shit.
Paul's so heartless. He's like, fuck that lion. Goddamn gingers. They're heartless.
I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have another patch made for Paul, and just says "fuck that lion."
I get it to say Cecil and have like his birth year and like his death year.
Cecil with the lion's head with like a big bullet hole in the forehead. Paul, I want you to put it right in the tramp stamp area of the vest.
Oh, right? I'm about to say because that tramp stamp's covered, man. I went in their room. I was about to help him pack and tell him that we need to get out of there, dude. Paul is tatted up like a motherfucker.
No, I mean on the vest.
Yeah, I know.
Not the tramp stamp area of the vest.
Paul needs Cecil the lion as an actual tramp stamp.
I fucking, like, every time I would give Paul, like, a hug or, like, pose for a picture or whatever, I'd fucking immediately, like, go to, like, put my hand around him or whatever, and it would be like, oh, yeah, I forgot there's a big-ass gun right there. Like, always fucking strapped to his fucking back or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to shoot you.
Dude, he has, whoa, look at that. He says, I have 11.5 tattoos. Fucking gingers.
Even a small tattoo counts as a tattoo. Like, that doesn't count as a half tat.
Even like
maybe he has one that's not finished yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's still a tattoo. Yeah,
like that's a tattoo. Even if it's not finished, it still counts as.
I was giving Paul shit because, like his pistol, like even the handle's red. Did you notice that?
Dude, yeah, the first.
He's got a ginger gun.
Dude, he showed up to the room, all right, and I'm sitting there jonesing for like a freaking just, I'm sitting there like I wish I could just have one. Yeah, man. And freaking here comes Paul. He's got a pipe, a bag, and a bunch of edibles. And I'm like, you are my fucking hero. And then after he fucking pulls all that shit out, he pulls this piece out from his fucking holster or wherever the fuck he had it hidden, like his crotch, his taint strap or wherever. And he drops the clip, fucking empties the fucking chamber and passes it right over to me. It was a nice piece.
You said it was a 1911.
Good weight to it, good balance, man. I know. I used to do a lot of shooting. I had a buddy whose dad was huge into guns and took us to the range all the time. Used to get a kick out of seeing how many bullets we could fire out of the Desert Eagle, like clip after clip after clip. And you think you can do it, and then after a while, man, like the inside of your hand starts to get real sore. Your elbow, your shoulder, your wrist, and you're like, Jesus Christ, this thing is fucking powerful. That's a 50 cal handgun.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's stupid, and like emptying a clip of it, one clip is a fucking task.
I would have to imagine that your Jew ass is not paying for the ammo.
Hell no.
Shooting clips.
No, he invited me. No, he's just like, hey, he made his own. He pressed his own. He had his own press and everything. He made his own did his own shotgun shells, did everything himself. He was crazy. And every time I went over to see my buddy Franz and his German dad, who had like one good arm and one good leg, but he'd be like, oh, I got a new tripod for my William whatever fucking crazy ass rifle it was. Then he'd be showing me how look at how perfectly balanced it is. Always be into it. Oh, I got a new scope or whatever. Yeah, he was a badass. I'm not even sure if he would still be alive right now because I haven't talked to Franz in like a decade. But he was a cool motherfucker.
All right, let's finish this.
Famous Mussolini quote. You retweeted it. You like the quote? Did you know it was
Sure.
Mussolini?
It's okay to know it's Mussolini. Look, Mussolini was Mussolini. It's okay to. It's a very good quote. It's a very interesting quote, and I know it. I saw it. I saw what, and I know who said it. But what difference does it make whether it's Mussolini or somebody else? It's certainly a very interesting quote.
Well,
that's probably why I have
Mussolini is a
between
known
Facebook
fascist.
and Twitter 14 million people,
Do you
and
want
other
to be
people don't.
You want
it's
to be
a very
associated?
interesting quote, and people can talk about it.
You want to be associated with a fascist?
I'm sorry, man. That is typical NBC douchery, right there. That is fucking retarded.
I mean, if you're just going to quote it and not say like, "Look, Mussolini was a douche, but he got this one right."
Well, dude,
you're just going to like straight quote it.
Dude,
like
a fucking
if you're gonna
tweet,
quote
100
Hitler and not attribute it to Hitler or be like, "Look, the guy was an ass" or whatever. I can see how some people would be like, "You're quoting a fascist." Like, sure. I mean, yeah. Especially like if you don't do Twitter, and this is an issue on Twitter or whatever, fine. But Donald Trump is known for doing everything Twitter, like all his flame wars and everything, and he talks nonstop shit. You got to expect to be called out when you're tweeting out fascistic dictators' former quotes without attributing it to them.
Well, that's not even what the beef is. Like, he even told him, it was like, yeah, I knew it was Mussolini or whatever, but it's like it's a totally legitimate quote. And the guy's like, you want to associate yourself with fascists, sir? Like, dude, that's retarded.
Yeah, so the way he worded it is stupid, but at the same time, it is awkward that he wouldn't have at least disclosed where the fuck the quote came
Also,
from. Be
dude,
like,
and
hey, I find this interesting, even from a fascist Mussolini or whatever, however the fuck else.
Right, but you also
just
have
to, like, throw random quotes out there when
dude,
you are. He says he's got 14 million followers on Twitter and shit.
You have 100.
Guess what? You're going to get called out when you fucking quote people like that.
You
and don't even
have
attribute it.
140 characters in a tweet, and we tagged like three different people.
Can we go back to the tweet then?
Sure.
What was the hashtag? Whatever couldn't have been left out.
The thing is that the way the guy frames it though is kind of stupid. Like you want to associate with Mussolini. It's like
we all agree that that's fucking.
There's an awful lot of fluff in that tweet. Yeah,
and it also looks like he's responding to somebody giving that quote. Okay. And the thing is, it doesn't even. I don't understand why at all it matters. What matters is a quote. Now, if it had said we should gas,
Il Duce.
Yeah,
the one.
But dude, Duce. I'm saying if the quote said something to the effect of "we should gas all the Jews," then I would just be like, "Okay, Mr. Trump, what the fuck is going on?" But I mean, this is dude. It's better to live one day as a lion than 100
like
sheep.
The rest of the fucking people, he's basically referring to himself as a lion and everyone else is sheep.
I don't see that. Dude, I don't even like Trump.
That way. Who does he think is going to vote him into office? A bunch of other lions?
Well, dude, it's that could be a quote for anybody. For anybody to take advantage of that. It's better to live one day as a lion than 100 as a sheep.
It's a bad quote. I actually rather like the quote and whatever. It's just
you're Mussolini.
Yeah. Well, in his position. Jesus, Jacqueline Glenn said this quote. We'd all be accusing her of fucking plagiarizing Mussolini. You know what I mean?
Well, he has it in
Give
quotes.
Some credit.
Yeah, he does.
He retweeted it. It's not his. So it's not plagiarism. But here's the bottom line.
God damn it! Did you not even get the joke? I wasn't saying it was plagiarism. The joke was that we'll treat it differently according to who says it, and who used it. And if you don't attribute any kind of credit to it, then you would treat it differently if Jacqueline Glenn said it rather than Donald fucking Trump here.
All I'm hearing is that I should have bars. I should have bars.
Yeah, and that I'm a fascist and I belong behind bars.
But I need to repeat myself another 7 times and get this through to you guys.
Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. In 2016, we're talking about Trump's tweet on NBC. Fast forward to like the 2050s, and you got a President Kardashian.
Yeah. Kanye West 2020. Didn't he say he was going to run?
Oh God.
Yeah.
His kid's going to be like dictator of, the United State of America.
United States. We're gonna erase all the lines and build the walls.
Yes, it's going to be United States of America. We're going to trade Alaska for the first 3 miles of the Canadian border.
14 million people,
Do you
and
want
other
to be
people don't.
Do you want
It's
to be
a very
associated?
interesting quote, and people can talk about it.
You want to be associated with a fascist?
No, I want to be associated with interesting quotes. And people, I have almost 14 million people between Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all of that. Right. And we do interesting things. And I sent it out. And certainly, hey, it got your attention, didn't it?
Well, and it is trending on Twitter.
Oh, back to that douche.
It got
mode.
your attention, didn't it? Yeah, we do interesting things, by the way.
It would be nice if the media went after him on substantive topics.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be fucking fantastic?
Yeah.
That would be huge. It would make my head spin.
That's another thing.
They're playing ball in his court.
Exactly.
Why don't you take him out of his comfort zone and make him talk about the fucking policies he wants to implement?
Dude, I'm telling you, you are not going to beat this guy in you said this on Twitter, why? You're not going to beat that. That's his ball game.
Yeah,
he is
shaming
super at
Donald Trump doesn't work. Just give it up.
Yeah. There's so much other shit you could do. Like, if you're going to have him on MSNBC, ask him some shit about policy and hound him for specifics. Hound him. Like, you want to be associated with fascists because of this tweet that said, like, nothing bad at all? Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, there's good ideas that have come out of Karl fucking Marx, and he was a goon.
Yeah, see, look at it's like what Paul said. It's stupid
Religion
media
is the
tactics.
the masses.
It's like what Paul says. It's stupid media tactics. See, they're doing their usual MO, and only with Trump, it's flipped. You can't do this shit with Trump. They're used to being able to dig up dirt on candidates and calling them out on this fucking drama bullshit. But Trump, that's his game. So, like I said. Now they actually have to do their fucking jobs and talk about policies, and that's not their realm anymore.
Oh, I was going to play that other one, but we're going to skip it because it's long. Let's do this. Let's delve into some more stupid.
Oh, God.
This is... What is this? Carson wants to end the non-existent ban on Christianity in our public schools.
And, there are multiple quotes if you look.
Was that a sigh, Dark Matter?
Yeah, ban Christianity, for fuck's sake.
It wasn't a sigh, it was a snore. The sight of Ben Carson makes me tired.
I wonder what he would say, what people would think if he said, I want to end the ban on Islam in our public schools.
Oh, Jesus. They're like, no, ban it, even though it's not banned. They'd be like, no, fuck that, keep it banned. We can't have that. Yeah, Ben Carson seems like the type of dude. I know what you mean, TJ. He makes you feel sleepy. I bet this guy sleeps like 14 hours a day. Like, he comes off like that.
He sleeps 24 hours a day. I'm pretty sure he's just like sleepwalking and talking at this point. He's like, I was chasing my mom around trying to hit her with a hammer.
Perfect for a brain surgeon.
I tried to stab a guy and I hit him in the belt buckle.
I accidentally drooled in your brain when I had your skull open.
No, I see him as
a little bit of my DNA in your brain.
He seems like the kind of guy that like wakes up and he's in like that full pajama with a little cap on, Like he wakes up and just like sits on the side of the bed and just like a little kid, just like rubs the sleep out of his eyes.
My wife told me that there's apparently a picture of him with Jesus hanging on the wall of his house.
Yeah, I've seen. God. I think we covered that.
I've never seen that. I haven't had a chance to look it up yet.
Somebody painted it's a picture of him and Jesus, and I think it was in one of the news.
No, wait. So there's a painting of like him standing with Jesus.
Yeah, in his house.
Jesus painted, and it's hanging in his house, and they showed it like in the background of one of the interviews they did with him, I think.
And what does Jesus look like in the picture? Is it like authentic Jesus, or is it?
He's pretty dark.
Oh,
is he? Carson seems like the dude that would be like blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus.
No, it was definitely a more brown Jesus.
Huh.
Oh wait, J Ben posted it in the chat. Whoa. That is
dude, holy shit.
First of all, I gotta say Ben Carson is looking funky in that picture.
Dude.
And
he looks like
second of all, Jesus is looking pretty cavemanish.
Dude, there's such good artwork done on the hands, and then you look at Jesus' face and you're like, whoa,
Like, what kind of fucking camel accident were you in?
Dude, it looks like Ben Carson should be singing for Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's pretty bad when dark matter can animate Jesus better than you can.
Dude, they did like what's the dude from Star Trek that has like the rib cage on his forehead or whatever?
The Klingon?
Was it Worf?
Worf.
Yeah.
Worf, yeah.
Dude, Jesus has like a Worf forehead. Whatever, that Rocky Dennis looking shit where he's got like this huge forehead.
Yeah, he does. Jesus does look like a Klingon. It looks like Klingon Jesus.
The artwork on the hands is incredible.
Yeah. Actually, it looks like Klingon Jesus and Lando Calrissian.
Oh God damn it!
It's really funny because when you look at it, when you put your thumb like over Jesus's face, right? It looks like really decent art.
Yeah. It does.
Then you take the thumb away and you're like, oh, never mind.
The guy put all the time into that and had a deadline, and he was just like, face.
Fuck it. Good enough.
You know what it looks like happen I'm saying as an artist myself. It looks like the guy didn't block in the portrait first before committing to all the detail. So when he got to Jesus' head, he realized, oh, I don't have enough room. It looks like he had to squish his head a little bit to fit it in there, which is really unprofessional. He should have blocked it in first.
Because like TJ is saying, like Ben Carson in that picture, like that artwork looks really good. His hands look...
I take that back. It's matted. So, no, there's more space up there. And I'm
telling you, just do that thumb thing. Just put your thumb right over his fucking Jesus face. And it's like, wow, what are they... Oh, damn. Never mind.
I don't know. It might not be matted.
Look, he's asleep in the video.
He fell asleep.
Dude, let me tell you guys something. Drew snores like a motherfucking chainsaw. He might be built like a stump, but that's because he snores like a chainsaw.
I saw logs in my sleep. I call them nightmares.
Christ almighty. And he would troll me. He would do he has these short breath snores like... And I'm like, oh my! In fact, I recorded it. If I can bring it up on my phone here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick up on my phone right now.
I haven't heard this, so this could be.
I recorded it because it was too fucking much, man.
And I was telling him, in my defense, I was sick, especially at Vegas. I was very stopped up and everything. But I mean, I might just snore like a bastard. I don't know. Like, maybe that's why the neighbors beat my walls.
That sounds like a grizzly.
It does.
That's some shit where if you hear that in the woods at night, you fucking run in. It doesn't matter the direction. You just run.
Yeah, and Peachy said it too. I mean, TJ snores. Like, personally, I have a moral standard where I don't record people when they're sleeping. Yeah, that's just me.
Get the fuck off your high horse.
That's just me. I'm not trying to,
I got to tell you, you did this trolling shit where you'd be like, you would stop. You would be like,
dude, no. I just thought about the TSA stopping you, and you have a bag of hair in your backpack and videos of a guy sleeping.
They actually did test my laptop. I was like, okay, can you make it quick? I'm like really late for my flight. And they did. They made it quick, and they were like, go ahead. And like they were yelling my name over the fucking intercom, like last call. Like, ah! And then I get on the plane, I text Drew, and he's like, I missed my check-in by 3 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you poor son of a bitch. I got lucky because we were running so far behind. I didn't mind paying $8 a gallon for the fucking gas. We managed to catch the shuttle right before it left, and then I just happened to have the first stop for like the flight I took. I took Virgin America, and so I happened to have the first. And like when I ran up there and I told the lady which flight I was going to catch, she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh no, that's not good." And she's like, "Give me your bag real quick. Boom, give me your payment. Bam, go." You know, and she's like, "Go get through the TSA as quick as you can," and it took ever.
Dude, Vanilla Isis in the chat said Drew snores like Brett Keane breathes.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, TJ snores. I mean, I don't know if it was as bad
but
as
you do it to the point where I can't sleep.
Every time I would wake up, he was like on a couch somewhere.
Yeah, I couldn't, even if I fell asleep before him, once Drew fell asleep, he would do this shit. He really would troll me. He'd be like,
Yeah. And I wanted to draw attention to that. Because you think it's funny that Drew stopped breathing.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. I was like, oh God, maybe he's dead. I can get some sleep. But instead, he would do that and then like give this long and then just get right back into it. And the thing is, even here at home, I have this goddamn hawk that is like perched right outside my fucking window, and now there's like 3 of them. It's like, and they're just like it's this terrible screeching noise, and they do it in all fucking goddamn hours, and it's driving me insane. I figure the only way to do anything about it without hurting them is to like get rid of that tree branch that they all fucking perch on.
Have you actually seen them?
Oh yeah, they're beautiful birds.
You know what you ought to do? You ever seen My Cousin Vinny? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when he's like staying in that dude's cabin in the woods, and there's that fucking shrieking owl or whatever, and he just like runs out the front door in like his coat with his revolver and just starts popping off rounds until the owl stops, and he sits there and he kind of strolls back in like he took care of it. That's what you need to do, like in the middle of Florida.
I actually bought a slingshot because I didn't want to like shoot the motherfuckers and like really hurt them, but at the same time, it is massively annoying. It is the shriek that these things do, and it's just nonstop. Like, and when 3 of them are in the same vicinity, and I've watched the motherfucker like fly off into the distance, and he the entire time just like like never stopping. It's just off into the distance. I'm like, this mother, oh God, it's like the yappiest fucking screeching fucking hawk ever. And it's a beautiful bird. I think it's a red-tailed hawk. But I mean, Jesus Christ, why? Why me? That's all I'm saying. All right.
All right, let's get back to Sleepy here.
This fucking guy.
He seriously looks like he's about to just kind of slide down in this chair.
Yeah, this is what I look like after not getting any sleep because of this stupid fucking hawk.
In our book, America the Beautiful, from our founders, I would begin to emphasize those once again. And if I were president, I would work very hard on eliminating the ban on Christianity.
The ban on Christian. What do I go back?
Dude, let's be honest. This guy's going to sleep 14 hours a day at least.
The ban on.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
a hard D in
that
there.
was a harder D than you would like normally say in like a regular sentence.
If there was a hard R on a certain other word, I'm sure he would take offense to it.
Christianity.
Wait, maybe there's a it's a good thing. He's talking about we need to get rid of these Christian bands. Maybe these schools are being infected with terrible Christian rock.
Baby Jesus, you're
They
so
are.
great.
Dude, have you ever went to like a Christian rock show?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's all about the crucifixion, and he died for your sins, but he loves you. God is wonderful.
But dude, like the best part of this, the best part of that is when there's like a Christian death metal band. Like seriously, like they have like their shirts have the graphics and everything, but on the back it's like "Go with Christ" or something. It like looks all brutal, but then you're just like, oh fuck. Yeah, Christian rock is fucking horrible.
I prefer like Deicide and
yeah, not Christian rock. Yes.
Yes.
In our public schools.
Oh yeah, I got the claps. Good job, man.
Dude, so he's gonna take off the band from the Christian prayers in the schools.
Exactly.
Jesus, what a fucking moron! What an idiot! I'm gonna erase the First Amendment. Yeah. No, you can fucking pray in schools, you dumbass. There's no ban on it. You just can't be a fucking teacher making all the kids fucking pray or leading prayer.
He's not trying to lift the band, Dark Matter. He's trying to lift the band.
All of those people are fucking dumb.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, was that you or was that this guy? It sounded like dark matter.
This is from the region.
Never mind. Sounds way more manly.
Journal Global Justice and Policy Center here. What are your specific criteria for a judicial nominee? And feel free to name a few names if you care to. Oh, I'd love that.
I like that why does he have 2 microphones?
I don't.
Maybe one's for recording.
Yeah, for recording and one for the PA system.
Fruit salad.
What?
Ben Carson should never have 2 microphones. He shouldn't have 1 microphone.
Hold on. I gotta...
Yeah.
Policy Center here. What are your specific criteria for a judicial nominee? And feel free to name a few names if you care to. Oh, I'd love that.
Fruit salad.
Dude, that sounds like it's crazy, but I'm like not surprised that he would say that. That sounds like a total my brain is dead. Like that's what we fuck with this guy for. And he would actually just say fruit salad.
After seeing what Ben Carson has done with his own brain,
Jesus,
who in the fuck would let them touch theirs? Like, who would be like, I want Ben Carson to touch my brain?
Like surely he's going to explain this.
A lot of people, they say, well, let's see, what's the litmus test and what question are we going to ask this?
When he says that? Scroll back and look at this motherfucker sleep while he fucking tells this shit.
A lot of people, they say, well, let's see, what's the litmus test and what question are we going to ask?
Narcoleptic presidential candidate.
That was the longest blink in the history of mankind.
Dude, at some point it's not a blink. I mean,
yeah, that's not blinking. That's narcolepsy, dude.
One more time. I got to see this longest blink of history.
Let's count it out.
A lot of people, they say, well, let's see, what's the litmus test and what question are we going to ask?
That's a 4 fucking seconds. That's not a blink. That's like slipping out of consciousness.
I actually animate blinks on my cartoons, and they are like a quarter of a second.
Yeah,
like just a quarter of a second, and that's kind of slow, just to emphasize that I have characters that blink. This motherfucker blinked for 4 seconds.
Jesus Christ!
This person, I think that's the wrong way to select a Supreme Court.
Dude, he cannot keep his eyes
dragging his eyelids up with his eyes.
He is.
Every time he's like, oh God, let me drag these things up. Whoa, one more time. It's like he's doing reps.
It looks like he's been writing a few extra scripts for himself.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nominee. I think you have to look at their entire life. And, Matthew 7:20 says, by their fruit.
Jesus.
God damn it.
You will know them. That's what I mean by the fruit salad.
Oh my God.
Slow that down to half time while you were playing it.
Dude,
we might actually all be sleeping right now.
Did you hear what he finished the joke of the fruit salad?
Yeah.
The fruits of their labors or whatever.
Oh my God.
Judge them by the fruits of their labors. Fruit salad.
I bet you wish you could put him behind bars, Drew, but that would be fucking racist, and you know it. Oh, Drew don't care. He'll be racist as fuck.
His name is Ben Carson.
Look, he's holding the bar too. No,
your name is Ben Carson. He's
holding those bars for dear life. Come on, let me out of here.
Jesus Christ!
I swear, I won't act up again, massa.
All right, that's going too far.
Racist. That's racist.
Dark Man 2525 is not affiliated with the goddamn podcast.
Are you kidding me? Who do you think built Lotus, bruh?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You guys, little known fact.
Jesus Christ. Build it. He done it. Let's last nerve this bitch.
Oh, you want to last nerve it?
It's 1 o'clock.
I guess if that's what you want, Drew. Figured this is our big comeback show. We were going to make up some time for missing a show, but whatever.
Well, if I didn't have to go to work so early, probably would.
Oh, sure. Excuses.
Who's it going to be, guys? Who's it going to be?
What are our options here?
Don't worry about it. It's Last Nerve. What do you think?
Yeah.
Student protest.
I got to put it. I'm going to put it up here so y'all can't see it. What is it going to be?
Pat Robertson.
It's Pat Robertson or Brian Fisher.
Brian Fisher.
Oh, God damn it.
This is. I love reading the titles of these right wing. Dude, they are good at naming this shit. But then again, it's like practically laid out for them. Brian Fisher says that every abortion is like food for demons.
Now here's what.
Do you have a question about that?
It said like, no, just go ahead.
I want you to understand here. He says, look, when you sacrifice a child to an idol, you are sacrificing that child to demons. That's the word that's used right here in the scripture. I looked it up in the Hebrew lexicon. You know what that word demon means? It means demon.
Dude, there's no way. There's no fucking way he just said that. Hold on, we're rewinding. Hold on.
Here in the scripture, I looked it up in the Hebrew lexicon. You know what that word demon means? It means demon.
It's like, he opened that with, I looked it up. Like, are you ready for this? I looked it up. You know what demon means? It means demon.
Yeah. Pulled out the old Hebrew lexicon for that one. Jeez. I'm serious, man. It's just like, dude, as soon as you think they cannot be any fucking dumber, they do this shit. Oh,
God.
Refers to an evil spirit. And the point that the psalmist is making is when a nation sacrifices innocent children in abortion or infanticide, that is a sacrifice to demons. It's like food for demons, using that expression metaphorically. What I mean by that is that act of the shedding of innocent blood, the most innocent among us, it empowers satanic forces. It energizes.
It's like food. Like it energizes them and it gives them power. Like you understand? It's like food.
I love.
And what I mean by food is I looked this one up. It's food.
Dude,
it's Purina fetus chow.
Oh God. Ugh.
Bars.
Ugh. Why do you do this to me, Dark
Matter?
Why does this bastard do this shit? I have to go find the bars. Don't make it hard on yourself, Dark Matter.
What?
And I love the fact that Brian Fisher had to point out. He's like, by the way, when I say food for
you could
demons,
at least make a decent pun, Dark Matter, like ham baby helper.
Oh God, damn!
What? That was a good one. That was good. Ham baby helper is fucking genius. On the spot? Come on. Even you're laughing.
I'm laughing at how fucking lame you assholes are. Jesus Christ.
Ham baby helper, bro.
Ugh.
Satanic forces. It gives them the legal right to be at work in our culture. It energizes them. It empowers them.
He said
gives
the legal right? It gives demons the legal right?
Yeah, because there's laws for demons. It's
satanic forces. It gives them the legal right to be at work.
Have we not fought for demon civil rights yet?
You're already in the bars, bro. What else can I possibly?
People say that was good. Come on, free the cock. Yeah.
Free the cock.
By the way, legal rights. I looked it up. It means legal rights, not like fairy tale rights, or crazy mythological or religious. Jesus, what the.
It's like,
is he reading from the Bible right now?
Yeah, that must be like a New Testament Bible. It looks way too thin. But it's actually as fucked up as a lot of these people are and how they push for shit and Congress and stuff. It actually is kind of surprising we don't have laws for angels are allowed to fly here or something. That kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Well, we try putting like the 10 Commandments in front of courthouses and shit. We try, they try to.
No, dude, I'm talking about like
to mix it.
Officially recognizing angels as like beings, and
well, we still have people that claim America is a Christian nation and that it's a miracle and that we're God's chosen people and land and all that bullshit.
no matter who's president,
You
Jesus
got the
is
Mormons that think Jesus set foot on fucking American
Branson,
soil.
Missouri. Like he's going to come back to Branson, Missouri. Ugh.
In our culture, it energizes them, it empowers them, it gives them legal ground, it gives them permission to operate. So every time an abortion is performed in the United States of America, a jolt of power is given to Satan and to satanic forces. In other words, we are never going to restore this nation to what we want it to be and its freedom from demonic oppression until we stop the practice of abortion.
Every abortion and a demon gets its wings.
Yeah,
for every abortion.
He gets a jolt. 1.21 gigawatts.
I think he said a jolt. Yeah.
Of course. I mean all this.
I would say that for every fetus there was a jolt that caused it to come into existence. But
bastard, I forgot to still that.
Like
he forgot to still it. He forgot to still it.
Still it. Yeah. It's the Holy Grill.
The Holy Grill, that's some good barbecue right there.
The Unholy Grill. That would be a great goddamn podcast restaurant, the Unholy Grill.
Someone's going to take it now.
It better not. You owe us some free barbecue for life if that's the deal.
Nice. One last little zinger in there.
Thank you.
Ooh, zinger. Don't make Drew hungry.
We were talking about in the car, like, is this a high-tech brand new Volvo, right? And we weren't used to it. We're trying to figure out how to set up the music and everything with the auxiliary. And I'm like, I think I said, like, just open the menu. And Neeb was like, yeah, Drew's used to doing that.
It's like ongoing jokes. Like, Jesus Christ. And I get them for both of them.
Oh, it was beautiful.
But it was fun, though, because it like, just... They just kept rolling in. There was never a dull moment, I would say.
No, it was highly entertaining. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm planning on doing a couple days for Reason Rally.
Aldrich says the Real Dill Bar and Grill.
Oh
There you
shit,
go. That's brilliant, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, but yeah, Reason Rally June. I heard Johnny Depp's going to be there.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he
Johnny
an
Depp's
atheist?
not religious, at least.
Yeah, I'd call him a nun at the very least.
Yeah, well, he's going to be there and he's going to be speaking. So
there you go.
I don't believe in God, Savvy.
We had 5 sheets of high-powered glauter acid, 2 bags of grass, a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, a salt shaker half full of cocaine, bottle of tequila, bottle of rum, 2 cases of beer, and a pint of raw devil's ether. Oh yeah,
Jesus.
No point in mentioning these bats, I thought. It's appropriate because we just came back from Vegas.
Yeah, it's like he'll see them soon enough.
Just so you guys know, I'm not a poser.
Oh, you're a poser, all right.
There it is. All right.
Yep. That's the show.
It has been fun. We'll have more stories to tell and all that shit. And don't forget that we always tell fun stories, and we'll get into more details if you're a patron, because we love to do our awesome patron-only shows. It's a new month. We got 2 of them coming up. So please do check that out, and I'm sure someone will post a link in the chat. Thanks again to all of our patrons, especially those who helped make this trip that we just did possible, and those that showed up. And, of course, all of our supporters, because you also helped to make it possible. Hope you guys enjoyed this show, and we will see you next Tuesday. Dark Matter, thanks again for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the last video, and maybe by next week you'll have a bunch of comments that you can reply to here on the show.
Oh.
I thought that was grab a few of the comments that you want to reply to, and just you can cover it right here on the podcast, and you've got a week to make that happen.
Oh, God damn it. Now I got homework for this show.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thanks again, guys. We love you all, but the patrons more. See you next Tuesday.
That's right.